RT Rogers Oil Company, and Precision Delivery have many kind and knowledgeable long-term employees in our Hinton office who account for transactions and dispatch fuel and explain and educate about our many products, such as our wall heaters and also our fireplace logs, which are designed for residential space heating, and we also have Rinnai tankless water heaters available. We provide many different types of fuel storage tanks along with an experienced and trained crew that will be installing them. We will then make safe and timely deliveries to these storage tanks. Our long-term employees make deliveries and also install HVAC units and install generators, while Precision Delivery transports fuel in 6 states. So, call us for a quote or delivery.
Raynell Medical Center is located in the heart of Raynell and has provided quality health care to our community for over 45 years. We offer medical, dental, pediatrics, pharmacy, behavioral health therapy, x-ray, mammography, diabetes education, and on-site lab services. We accept most insurance plans and offer a sliding fee scale for qualifying patients. Make us your family's medical home and let us care for you. Raynell Medical Center. Excellent health care right at home.
Hey everybody, my name is Brent Cruikshanks. I'm the owner here at Park Center Sporting Goods. I just want to personally invite you to come down and check us out. We are a full-line sporting goods dealer, hunting and fishing. We carry firearms, archery, boots, clothing, and just about any accessory you can imagine to make your outdoor adventure successful. So come down and check us out, and go Cavaliers.
Most people don't realize that your health starts with your mouth and your teeth. Raynell Medical Center is pleased to offer dental care in 2 locations. Dr. Heather Heister is serving patients in our Raynell Dental Center, located just behind the Health Center. Dr. Darren Wadsworth and Dr. Dustin Yoakum are serving patients in the Maxwellton Dental Center. Our dental staff does a wonderful job of making patients feel comfortable. If you've not had a dental checkup within 6 months, make your appointment today.
One-Way Towing, the source for all of your towing needs. From cars to trucks, the dreaded crash, to just plain stuff. For a job done right, there's only one way.
Raynell Medical Center is proud to offer the Alderson Medical Center for quality primary care. Our medical provider, Shanae Miller, PA, will assist you in all aspects of health management, including disease prevention, chronic care management, and wellness visits for patients of all ages. We are accepting new patients in our Alderson Medical Center, and we are open 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. Monday through Thursday. Call for your appointment today. Excellent health care right at home.
West Virginia, it's finally happened. Stevens Automotive Group is now in Greenbrier County. Come visit myself, Eric Workman, and our great team here at 8762 Seneca Trail South in Ronsford.
We have over 400 pre-owned vehicles to choose from, and the best thing is, if we don't have it, we'll find it. Our connection with 25 plus lending institutions can secure the financing for everyone and every situation on your next vehicle purchase. Let us make your next purchase and then a handshake.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome to tonight's matchup between Greenbrier West and James Monroe. This is going to be a classic rivalry, and just as we mentioned in the podcast yesterday, it's pretty much a battle of two counties, Monroe County versus Greenbrier County. I'm here, Matthew Thomas, along with Roger Bennett, and we also have a new guest in the booth with us, Boomer. So super excited to get into this game. It's going to be a good one. James Monroe coming into this game with a record of 4-1, and Greenbrier West coming in with a record of 2-4. So Greenbrier West desperately looking for a win and to score their first points since they haven't scored in their last two games. And James Monroe looking to continue the hot streak that they've had. So we'll see how this game goes. And yeah, Roger, what are you thinking for this game?
Well, I'll tell you what, it's a beautiful fall night here in Charmco. Just a little nip to the air, exactly what you want to feel on a high school football Friday night. Beautiful field. The teams are warming up, getting riled up, jacked up, ready for this ball game. So I'm looking forward to this. I think you're going to see a different Cavalier team than you've seen in the last two contests. Mm-hmm. James Monroe, quality, well-coached team. Both teams very well coached. I think it's going to come down to who wants it more tonight.
I completely agree with that. And one thing that James Monroe does a really good job at is they attack on both sides of the ball. They can run it, they can pass it. And I think Greenbrier West is going to try to do a little bit of that tonight, as well as you were mentioning before the broadcast. So, yeah, Boomer, I know you know a lot about James Monroe, so go and fire it away, man.
Well, like you said, James Monroe, they're coming in here. They have the one loss to Bluefield a little bit earlier in the season. They're coming off a win where they went over to Naras, another cross-border rival they have. And then they were off last week, so they've had a couple weeks to prepare to make this trip. And this is the team you're going to see. They like to spread the field on offense. You're going to see a lot of 3 and 4 wide. They've got a dangerous guy they like to split out on that far side in Caden Hines. They've got a mobile quarterback, and they like to run the ball as well. They like to run inside with Brock Parker, and they like to hit the outside with some guys like Jaden Miller and Bryce Gardenier. You'll see some speed from this team. So this is a team that coming in was a little bit undersized. There were some injuries along the line, but a lot of guys have stepped into that line. Guys who were initially tabbed as backs even have stepped in, and the line's functioning well, and they're having a pretty successful season at this point.
Absolutely. And one thing that you were mentioning about player-wise was Caden Hines. Caden Hines is a really tall 6'5" kid, weighs about 170, and he's an absolute animal at the receiver position, and I think he's going to be a pain for the Cavaliers to deal with. That would be an exciting matchup for me to see Colton Dunbar match up with him as well. Dunbar coming in at 6'4", so only an inch shorter than him, and it's going to be exciting tonight to see how these two teams match up and how Greenbrier West decides to utilize the running game and also maybe a little bit of the pass game. Scott McClung is leading the team right now in receiving yards, but he's got a lot of little screen passes. I'm curious to see if Greenbrier West is going to try to get themselves going a little bit through the middle, maybe get some slant passes in there, maybe try to run a streak every now and then. You never know. There were just a couple steps off between him and Cameron Parker last game. So
I'll tell you what, Matt, Boomer, one of the things that Greenbrier West has got to look out for, and I think that James Monroe has a little bit of an edge on his yards after contact. I think Greenbrier West is going to allow more yards after initial contact. I think James Monroe is more of a fundamentally sound football team, and I think you're going to see that here tonight. Hopefully West has cleaned up some of their mistakes, and it's a really good contest no matter who wins this ball game. I want to see a good game, and I want to see great sportsmanship.
Absolutely. And overall, Greenbrier West is a very, very disciplined football team. And I think they're going to turn that around, especially coming up with a month straight of home games. You don't normally get to experience that as a football team. So they got James Monroe, obviously, this evening. They got Montcalm the week after that. And then they close it out with Trail and Gilmer County. So 4 straight home games to end out the season for the Cavaliers, and they're trying to get themselves into a playoff spot currently at the 16 seed. And James Monroe is in the playoff race now as well, aren't they, Boomer?
Yeah, like I said, the only loss they have on the season is to Bluefield, and Bluefield has really been on a roll for most of the season. They had some trouble with Princeton, but who hasn't this year?
Exactly.
And that's a pretty good team. They've got wins against Williamstown, Shady Spring, a couple of others. And still some games to play. So, yeah, squarely in that playoff hunt, the Mavericks feel like they got a real good shot.
Slouch.
No, nothing, not at all. Never are. Of course, we saw that game. That was the first game of the season. It was the duo game where Greenbrier West was in Roane County with us, and we had the doubleheader. Of course, tough night for West that night. They had some injuries in that one. They've really had an injury bug a lot of the season. But I understand Camden Sam's going to be back tonight, maybe?
Yes, he is. That's one thing that I'm super excited to be able to see how the Cavaliers utilize him this evening. He reminds me of and a lot of Cavalier fans will know this, a Tucker Lilly, a shorter guy, but a sure-handed man. He's going to be able to go alongside Mason Ward. I believe he's going to get a lot of play in the slot, and they're going to utilize him in motion games as well. And we'll see how they do him this evening, but I'm super excited for him to be back this evening. Unfortunately, though, as you were mentioning, 4 injuries. Parker Vance is out this evening, one of the linemen for Greenbrier West, their biggest lineman actually, coming in at 285 and one of the senior leaders on the team. So he'll be out this evening. And then, of course, Colton Carruthers, he's out for the season. Parker's not out for the season, but Colton is. So,
and I'm anxious to see who steps into Parker Vance's role and how they – get that opportunity in next up football. You know, these guys sit the bench, they go to practice, they practice hard, and they're ready to go. Just like your backup quarterback takes reps, he's ready to go. I'm anxious to see what superstar is going to come off the bench when their number's called. Mm-hmm. And it's always exciting during football, whether it's Major League, high school, college. It's always awesome when somebody come off the bench and everybody's like, where has he been? And that's the kind of stuff you like to see, that the guy gets an opportunity and takes full advantage of it and makes an impact in the game.
Yeah, similar story with the Mavericks. You'll see Jaden Miller out there tonight. He's played the role of the backup quarterback for most of his career here, but some injuries got him into the backfield earlier in the season. He's really taken advantage of it, and he's become a mainstay of the Maverick offense.
Yeah, and that's exactly what you want to see, Boomer. I hadn't got to see you since Roane County, so it's kind of good to be back with you now. Matthew, he didn't make it to Roane County, so this is the first time us 3 have been together in the booth, so it's going to be a good time tonight.
Speaking of player of the game, as you were mentioning, the Mavericks guy, my guy for the Cavaliers is Cameron Parker. He doesn't light up the stat sheet, but there was a game earlier this year against Pocahontas County. Cavaliers won the game 16-14. There was 4 open passes that Cameron Parker and Colton Dunbar did not connect down the seam. If they can connect on a couple of those passes, I think this ballgame is going to look a whole lot different for the Cavaliers, is being able to connect with those long down the field passes, because they have a lot of trouble stretching out the field, both whether it's stretch runs or whether it is throwing the ball from the middle to downfield. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah, I think it's going to be interesting to see how the Cavaliers have changed up their offense a little bit. If I was the James Monroe Mavericks tonight, I'd look for a little bit more misdirection. I think they're going to put the ball in the air a little bit more tonight, mix it up. Instead of being a really, really run-heavy offense, I think you're going to see them mix it up a little bit. And I think they're going to have to do that, especially down the stretch here.
Absolutely. And one thing you traditionally see from the Cavaliers, they run it from the shotgun for the most part. They stay in it, and it's going to be a whole lot of running with Chrisman. You're going to see Dunbar quarterback sneaks up the middle. And one thing that you were mentioning yesterday in the podcast, Roger, was them being able to utilize a little bit of run-pass option. I would love to see them do that here this evening. Maybe pull the ball out and Dunbar run it to the edge. And, yeah, we'll see how it goes this evening. But, Boomer, how do the Cavaliers how do the Mavericks utilize their offense? Are they a big shotgun team? They run under center?
You're going to see almost exclusive work out of the shotgun, generally with a balanced 2x2 4-spread formation. Sometimes they will take that to a trip. Sometimes they will bring a a tight end in, and sometimes they'll even run like a 20 personnel with 2 backs. But you're going to see a team, they're going to want to spread it. They're going to try to take advantage of that downfield advantage they feel they have with Caden Hines, and they really like that running game between Brock Parker and pitches to Jaden Miller, Bryce Gardner, and even running the ball from the quarterback position with Ryan Mann.
So you're probably going to see a lot of well-balanced play calling from the Mavericks, right?
Yeah, they're going to look to strike a balance. It's not going to be an air raid offense, anything like that. You're definitely going to see the ball on the ground. Another thing with the Maverick defense, that secondary the Mavericks have is a pretty good unit. Bryce Gardner, talented at the cornerback position. You have Caden Hines back there at safety, which makes things really hard to go down the field. Where they've been weak 4 in the season has been quicker screen passes, that type of thing, to the edges.
Yeah, one thing.
Your safety is unbelievable at open field tackles.
Absolutely. And another thing, too, I'm curious to see. I really could see this game being high scoring, but also I could see it being low scoring either way. Now, unfortunately, this week in fantasy, I got beat by the Bullnecks. They've put up 192 daggone points on me in fantasy this week, but that's neither here nor there. But still, at the end of the day, we'll see how this game goes. I think that the Mavericks are going to be able to stretch out the field against the Cavaliers. I would like to see, and I believe you guys are going to do a lot of running it up the middle and then spread it out towards the offense. So we'll see how it goes, but that's usually how you beat the Cavaliers, is have them commit to the run and then try to get them to fall for a little bit of eye candy. So we'll see how it goes this evening. Here in just a few minutes, we're going to have your national anthem. The JROTC is standing there at the 50-yard line. As you can see, the beautiful West logo there on your screen, and we've got 14 minutes and 12 seconds till kickoff. So
I'll tell you what, I want to give a shout-out to the concession stand, guys. Them hot dogs are unbelievable. If you're not here in person getting a hot dog from this concession stand, you are missing out. That's all I'm going to tell you. I've had hot dogs from a lot of places, but there's not a lot of hot dogs make me say, wow, but them was good ones.
Absolutely. And another thing, too, that makes me really excited is that the Cavalier fans, they're coming in bunches right now. There's not as many as I would expect at this point, but still, there was a lot more than what there was this last home game. So everybody's getting hyped up. Everybody's getting excited. And I could see a bunch of Mavericks over there as well. Probably a good, 7,500 Maverick fans, too.
Yeah, you probably see some more.
Travel, don't they?
Yeah, you probably see some more make your way in, and that's some of the similarity between these two. Not just schools, the whole community's there as tight-knit groups of people, and they'll come out, and no matter what the season is, they're going to support these teams. You're not going to see big drop-offs in attendance or anything like that. You're going to travel well, and there's teams you can't say that about, but not these two.
Absolutely.
Both blue-collar communities, hard-working, stand behind their football team, and that's exactly what you like to see, especially from these small towns. I mean, obviously, James Monroe is basically Monroe County, and Greenbrier West is only half of Greenbrier County, but it's a less populated half. So it's a blue-collar, hard-working town. James Monroe, Monroe County is a blue-collar, hard-working county. So you love to see these games like this and what the coaches put together. Kelly Vaughn, John Mustaine, they're going to go at it tonight, and like I said, I think it's going to come down to who's got more heart tonight.
Yeah, both programs that have experienced a lot of success, both of these teams have been in state championship game in the past 5 years. And you talk about Southern West Virginia, that's not something you say about everybody, really. It's these two teams. Bluefield can claim that, and Princeton's kind of working their way to maybe get there with some pretty good teams lately. But it's really, that's what you're talking about. We're talking about football in Southern West Virginia.
Absolutely. We love to see it. We love to see the lights at night, lighting up that field. I mean, it's a great feeling in the air. If you're not here, we appreciate you watching, listening, but there's nothing like being here and seeing the turf, seeing the lights, the people, the coffee, the hot chocolate, the hot dogs. I'm going to say that again, man, they are unbelievable. So come on out and support these guys, and if you can't make it, that's why we're broadcasting. For all you people that can't make it out or have to work a late schedule and just can't get to the field, the people that are physically unable to get out, we really appreciate you watching.
Absolutely, and that's one thing you were saying. You cannot beat Friday Night Lights. I'm a huge basketball guy. Basketball's always been my favorite sport, but there is nothing that beats Friday Night Lights coming out here to the football field and being able to cheer on your team. So super exciting to get to be able to see these teams. And one of my favorite games over the past several years was when James Monroe came down here to Greenbrier West, and we had played a really good game up until, that game was, I think it was a one-touchdown game whenever we ended up beating you guys, but you guys had our number the year before that, so it was a flip-flop couple years.
Yeah, that game up here was a big night for Ethan Holiday, if I remember correctly, and the year before it was Eli Allen making some plays at James Monroe.
Yeah, I was going to say Eli Allen had a couple crazy plays. I remember him. He had one play where he mossed a couple of our guys at midfield, which – when you're a guy that went to a Division II school down in Florida and playing basketball, you got the hops to be able to moss guys like that. So
yeah, Caden Hines, a similar type of athlete we talked about earlier, already a commit to WVU for baseball.
Mm-hmm. Wow. That's pretty awesome.
When I saw that I guess it's say about a month and a half ago he did that. Now it was insane. I saw that and it was it's crazy. It's cool to see kids in the community and guys get out and be able to make a name for themselves. And there's definitely going to be people not only at James Monroe, but Greenbrier West and other surrounding schools rooting for Caden as he goes on to the next chapter of his life. So,
absolutely. And the percentage of kids that get to actually go play D1 ball, it's astonishingly low. It's less than 1%. Actually, it's less than 0.5% to go to D1 schools.
Yes, it is.
And it's amazing that we've had between Greenbrier and Monroe County, several kids go on to play at a high level in college. I don't know if you remember, I coached a boy in Lewisburg. I was on the coaching staff that coached a boy who played for BYU, led them to a bowl victory a couple years ago.
That's awesome.
His nickname was Pickle. So it was awesome to see a kid that you coached in the Midget League football still in the same position. He was a dual-threat quarterback, and he went on to play at a high level. And, as a coach, it warms your heart when you see something like that. And the guy still loves the game. And you think, or you hope you had a small piece in that. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
So it's awesome to see that. And it looks like they're getting ready to sing the national anthem.
Yep.
The playing of the national anthem.
All right, and with that, I say play ball.
Absolutely. Randy Sims does a great job every single year getting this band ready, and then also you got the color guard for the JROTC down at Greenbrier West. So we got a really good game and an exciting one. Let's go. 6:55 to go until kickoff here at Greenbrier West High School. Here in just a few minutes, the captains are going to be coming out for both teams, and we're going to have your names for both sides of the ball. So, and we got Boomer with us this evening, which is going to make it a whole lot simpler to be able to get James Monroe names in there as well. So that's super exciting. But yeah, the Cavaliers here in just a few minutes are going to break through the Greenbrier West banner, and we're about to get this thing underway here at Cavalier Field.
Yep, I am excited to see this. Great matchup, two great schools, great coaching staffs. Guys, this is what it's all about here tonight, right, Boomer?
Yeah, absolutely right. It's these rivalries that not just the fans are going to get excited for. This is what these guys are going to remember going forward. You're not going to remember everything about your high school career, but you'll remember these kind of nights.
Oh, you definitely will. There's some bittersweet memories from James Monroe and also Greenbrier West that will never be forgotten. And here come the Mavericks as they just broke through their banner, and they got their cheerleaders over there on the sideline. As you could see, pretty crispy night, as you could see the cheerleaders wearing full pants, and also they got the jackets on as well, trying to stay as warm as possible. But I mean, there's definitely both good memories and bad memories from each of these schools. recently Greenbrier West was able to beat James Monroe, but also James Monroe just the year before that was able to knock Greenbrier West out of the postseason. So both of these schools really have each other's numbers, so it's going to be a good matchup this evening.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of back and forth, and that's what you want to see. You'll never want to see one team dominate year after year after year after year. You like to see some back and forth. We can talk smack this year, but guess what? Next year, you're probably going to talk smack about us, and that's what you like.
Oh, yeah, that's what it's all about.
Friendly.
Mavericks are going to have Ben Comer available back tonight. He had went out earlier in the year in the protocol, but he's warming up tonight, and actually looks like he's going to be sporting a Guardian cap, which is one of the first uses of it I've seen.
Yeah, I was going to say, I don't believe the Cavaliers have had any players wear the Guardian cap this season. And for those of you that don't know what a Guardian cap is, it's the little cap, whatever your jersey color is, and you wear it above your helmet, and it's basically to prevent concussions as much as possible. But in the meantime, here are your captains for the Mavericks. Number 13, Ryan Mann. Number 40, let's see, who is that?
Brock Parker.
Yep, number 78, Derek Holman.
And it looks like the captains for the Cavaliers is going to be number 11, Emery Sanford, Colton Crispin, number 40, number 60, Logan Berry, number 80, Colton Dunbar. That are your captains for tonight, and we're going to see the coin toss here. And I suspect whoever wins the toss is going to defer to the second half. Wouldn't you, Boomer?
Yeah, I would say so. That's kind of the standard.
The Cavaliers normally tend to receive it. I don't know what the Mavericks normally do, but normally the Cavaliers receive. They like to try to get on offense out early and try to get themselves a little bit of a spark. But we'll see. They might do something different this evening. You really never know, especially with a rivalry matchup like we got this evening.
There it is.
Like the Mavericks want to receive.
And that is Pat Standard with the call. If anybody in the Western Greenbrier, Alderson, a lot of high school foot. Pat Standard, man, he's been in this for quite some time, does a great job.
And also one more Maverick that I wasn't able to see the number of, number 53, Christian Ogle. He is the other captain for your Mavericks here this evening. I want to try to get all the players' names. And the Cavaliers, as you can see them running out onto the field as they break through the banner. The fans are hyped up. We got less than 3 minutes to go until kickoff. Guys, are you all hyped up in the booth?
Oh, yeah, this is one you circle. Yeah.
Yes, it is. Absolutely. You really can't beat a night like this, a rivalry. And they bring back the tradition of one of the players jumping into the pile. I love to see it. They used to have Tucker Lilly do that all the time whenever Greenbrier West made it to the state championship game a couple years ago. So
it's like West in the National Guard are jerseys tonight.
Yes, they are. That's exciting to see. A little bit of recognition for the National Guard. You love to see recognition for our military.
You know, Boomer, I thought they did that for the upcoming hunting season. I'm glad you said that. I'm glad you said something about the National Guard. I had no idea.
Yeah. Honestly, around here, as much people that do hunt, you can honestly do it either way. You really could. But without further ado, if you want to call it that, we got less than 2 minutes to go here until kickoff. And to return for your Mavericks is going to be number 23, Bryce Gardenier.
That's going to be Ben Comer back there with him with that Guardian cap.
Yep.
Yeah, with 2 minutes on the clock. Now they've already set it to 12. They're ready to go. Mavericks are on the field.
They're fired up and ready to go, Boomer. They're like, we're not waiting until the end of this clock. Let's go. Let's get this thing underway.
I'll tell you what, I used to tell my boys in Major League Football, if the ball don't come to you, hit somebody.
Yeah, absolutely. Play-by-play commentator this evening is going to be Roger Bennett. He's going to take care of that. And then me and Boomer are going to be filling in. He'll fill more in for James Monroe, and I'm going to be taking care of any of the plays after review. So let's get into this thing. To kick off for the Cavaliers is going to be number 12, Camden Sams, and he's returning to full action this evening. He's back from his broken collarbone injury that he's had the first 6 weeks of the season. And we are officially underway in Cavalier Field.
They're going to let Gardenier take that one.
Gardenier. Yeah, over to the right side, pushed out of bounds around the 30-yard line. So Cavaliers, 1st and 10 from their own 30.
I'm curious to see what the tempo is to start out the game here from the Mavericks. I suspect them to try to get themselves going out early and to try to make a statement. There's a reason they received the ball to start this game.
Yeah, the Mavericks will take their call straight from the sideline, and they'll be looking to work.
Here they go. Shotgun. Keeper, left side, gain of a couple.
Yeah, that was a great job there by Colton Dunbar to be able to limit that play as much as he possibly could, because they know that these Mavericks are going to try to get themselves out on a run as soon as possible, but 2-yard gain.
And they're going to go with that 3-wide look. Hayden Hines to the top of your screen.
Back deep, pass, caught.
And that is Hines.
Midfield, Hines is digging hard. He's at the 20, 15, 10, 5, and touchdown Mavericks.
Yeah, it was just really a glance look. Caught the safety coming up a little bit, hit him, and it was off to the races for Caden Hines.
Beautiful pass, caught him in stride. That's exactly what you want.
Absolutely. He didn't have to break a single step. The ball might have been a tad bit high, but overall still great pass there, and Mavericks already do exactly what they want to do. Only 42 seconds into the game, already up for 6-0, and they go for the extra point.
Yeah, you can see what they wanted to do there is they put him by himself, almost spread out past the numbers. They were looking to isolate him, and they found what they were looking for.
So Gardner set to kick. The PAT, it's up, and it is good.
I believe that PAT was tipped a little bit there at the line. Let's check on our advanced hydraulics replay here. As you can see, the touchdown replay. Just a really nice pass there from Mann, and the Cavaliers looked like they were showing a couple high safeties, and quite frankly, Hines just ran past both the safeties.
Yeah, I had almost a modification of a sail concept that had an out coming underneath. And a man followed the out, opens up the throwing lane for the glance, and there it is.
Beautiful play call, beautiful execution, and that's about all you can say about that. And you know what? He's got such a stride, everybody else has got to take 2 steps to his 1. So, here we are.
Yeah, back to kick it for the Cavaliers. They got 3 guys back there. They got Cameron Parker. It's going to be Vaxton Vaughn and Mason Ward, so same 3 guys that normally receive for the Cavaliers.
Those numbers are a little tough to see.
They definitely are. I was thinking the same thing.
Camouflage jersey.
And then the kick for your Mavericks is going to be number 23, Bryce Gardner.
Gardner, he is an all-around guy, isn't he?
Yeah, his brother Peyton was a kicker last year. Peyton was about 6.5 feet tall, had a leg that could put it into the end zone about every time, and his little brother is trying to follow in his footsteps a little bit.
The Cavaliers will take over on their own 32-yard line, it looks like.
And speaking of Bryce and Peyton, I know their grandparents are watching us in Florida right now, so hello to them.
Shotgun. 4 receivers to the right. They're looking to pass. Sacked in the backfield.
West came out with a 5-wide empty backfield look there. Is that something that you've seen a lot of this year?
No, that is definitely
it's not.
No, that was
Preston Agee.
Preston Agee there on the sack. And the Cavaliers, I mean, you like to see a different look. They're going to show that 3 receivers to the right look again. They put Cameron Parker in motion.
Parker in motion. Handoff, Parker. Breaks, makes one man miss. He gets up back to about the 30. So it's going to be 3rd down and behind the chains.
It was in the mess. I didn't quite get to see who laid that hit. It might have been Brock Parker.
Looked like it was. Number 74 is whoever number 74 is. That's who laid the wood.
We've got
74, maybe Jackson Thomas.
Maybe an offsides call here. Mavericks were in the neutral zone, but we don't know if there was movement. Offsides. So that'll back the Mavericks up 5 yards. So not behind the chains now. We're going to call it 3rd, about 7. Shotgun. Parker was in motion. Stop. Dunbar keeper.
That ball came out at the end, I think, but they're going to stay down.
It did. It's going to be 4th and what looks like 2 yards.
Yeah, Andrew Hill made a nice tackle there, able to get to Dunbar before he had the line to gain. You saw both edge rushers there for the Mavericks. They're on the pursuit, but fortunately enough for the Mavericks, able to make the stop.
And it looks like we're going to get a false start on Parker. He moved. So they're going to bring the punt team on now.
And that's one thing that's been killing the Cavaliers this year. They have a lot of youth on their team, and that's not something you can have on a 4th down and 2 if you're trying to pick up the first down.
Or low-risk thing to try to do. If your guys get antsy and jump, you still have 4th down. It's nothing lost.
Back to punt for the Cavaliers is going to be Scott McClung, and he had to get a quick one off.
Gardner lets it go, and it takes a Cavalier roll all the way down to the 10-yard line.
Yeah, ball was close to being tipped, or maybe was tipped a little bit. Still ends up down around the 10.
Yeah, couldn't ask for a better punt there, so Mavericks will take over. 1st and 10 from their own 10.
You really can't ask for much better of a punt than that. And Scott McClung's been averaging 30.3 yards a punt this season. So he's overall really, really solid for the Cavaliers. And Mavericks almost had themselves a block.
So they're going to come out with Caden Hines by himself, a tight bunch formation to the left.
Keeper.
That's Brock Parker on the run.
Or Parker. That was a direct snap, wasn't it? I didn't see.
And Brock Parker is just kind of that rumble-bumble, look to hit somebody kind of running back.
Yeah, he's a thick guy. You can tell he runs with a lot of power, Boomer. And just like that, it's a 1st and 10.
And one bright side for the Cavaliers right there, Camden Sam's got the tackle there. So
there he is. Again, gain of a couple on that right side.
Yeah, tackle was made by 63 John Akers. Akers has been doing a really good job coming in as a freshman this year, making plays. But
so 2nd down for the Mavericks. Motion man. Keeper up the gut. A lot of room. Gets wrestled down. About the 47, we're going to call it.
And right now, West is playing in a single high look on defense, but they're rolling the corners back, still worried about what the deep ball could do. And it's opening up a lot underneath for these runs.
Yeah, absolutely. Another keeper, nowhere to go there.
Lone play right there as the snap came off to the right.
Yeah.
That was intended, I think, to be a rocket sweep on this left side to Gardner, but the ball came off to the right, and man just took it and tried to get what he could.
Yeah.
You're mentioning a single high safety look, Boomer. Normally, Colton Dunbar's there back at single high for the Cavaliers, but they're going to move Sam's up there, and Dunbar's going to play as a linebacker.
Hitch. Left side, Gardner hit. They're going to give him a yard there, it looks like. Maybe
back
2.
to that. I think that's the same play they were looking to run the down before.
Yeah, Cameron Parker coming down with the tackle. Not a big kid, but I'm telling you what, he plays like an animal. He wrestles, and you could definitely tell by the intensity he plays the game. 3rd down and 8.
Shotgun. Looking to throw the ball. There it is. Overthrows his receiver. Going to bring up 4th down for the Mavericks.
That was just over the head of Hines. I thought he had him, but he just missed him a tad over the top. We'll see. Looks like the Mavericks are going to bring on their punt team.
You got to throw a pretty high ball to get it over his head.
Yeah, had the look they wanted there. They brought Ben Comer out, and he's a speedster. They had him on a streak, and then they brought Hines over on the dig, kind of a dagger concept. And I think he wanted to throw it out a little bit earlier on the cut, but had to move around the pocket and threw it out late and just overthrew it.
There's the punt, a high punt. Oh, he's hit.
Going to get a catch-kick interference right there.
Yeah.
Kick-catch interference, I should say.
Yeah, Colton Dunbar nearly had a tip there on the punt. So that's 2 straight punts now that almost got blocked by both teams.
Yeah, he was hit before he could touch the ball.
Yeah, well before the ball actually didn't catch who got down there, but actually hit him in the back of the helmet.
So that we have Laundry on the field, and Pat Standard will give us the call here. Interference. Kicking team.
It's only 15 yards from the spot of the foul. First down, Greenbrier West.
His penalty will give a great starting position here to the Cavaliers.
Absolutely.
The biggest thing for the Cavaliers is if they can take advantage of it. They came out with some different looks to start out their first drive, and we'll see what they do this time.
So they're going to come out with that 3-wide look again.
Yeah, they're looking for a big play, I think. I mean, you got to have a guy run a slant and this, and then a streak. Okay, then motion one, backfield, false start. That's what it's going to look like.
Yeah, I like that 3 receiver to the right look. It's a good look, especially if you're trying to catch them off guard. You can throw screen pass out there, but they've been bringing
a false start.
They've been bringing Parker in motion to try to give themselves a 2 running back look in the backfield.
All right, so
you see what's doing in the Maverick defense. Everybody is to this side of the hash marks even, so the left side of the field is pretty open right now.
And tried to run up the middle, nothing there. Back to the line of scrimmage.
And that's Thomas once again making another play. He's been a ball hawk around the center of that defensive line for the Mavericks. I don't know where he's at on the season leading tackles for the Mavericks, but the way he's playing tonight, he's all over the ball. He's got to be up there.
He's like Santa Claus. He's everywhere. So 2nd and 15 for the Cavaliers. Let's see what Coach dials up on this play. It's going to be interesting to see. And you don't have to get it all back on this play. You want to get at least half.
Clock rolling down under 3 seconds. I don't know if they reset it. And there they just did. Okay.
Pitch makes one man miss. Scrambling. Looked like a whole herd of Mavericks there around the 40-yard line.
A little slow to get up. I think that's Tyson Meadows. He's going to head to the sideline with a limp now. He's the Maverick starting center as well, so that'll be something to keep an eye on.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good tackle there to clean it up by Christian Ogle. And that's one thing the Mavericks have been doing. You haven't seen just one Maverick going to the ball to make a tackle. It's a whole herd of them. So
yeah, you have to swarm tackle.
Absolutely.
Both teams have very capable runners. Dunbar keeper up the middle. Gain of about 4, 3, something like that. It's going to bring up 4th down and 6 for the Cavaliers.
Yeah, it's going to be Ryan Mann, the quarterback for the Mavericks, with his first tackle of the game. And that's, once again, another run, and it's going to force the Cavaliers to punt it again. Cavaliers were showing a good bit of pass on their first drive, but unfortunately not any pass plays there on this drive. Let's see what Scott McClung can do.
You got to be able to pass the ball. They got to respect your pass game so it opens up your run game.
Going to try the fake.
And
had a man there.
They had Shane Plugger
wide open.
They had Shane Plugger wide open on the crosser and just wasn't able to hit him. Unfortunately, McClung with a little bit of a wobbly pass there. And unfortunately, McClung is 0 for 9 passing on the season. So he's got a little bit of experience at the quarterback position, but hasn't played much since week 2.
Yeah, and that may come back and bite the Cavaliers.
It's hard to come in fresh, haven't thrown a ball maybe all night, even through warm-ups, and you got a 20-yard pass to try to hit. Makes it tough.
That is a tough one.
Absolutely, and this is coming from the top of my head, but I don't believe he's still.
Handoff. Parker, nowhere to go. Looks like he ends up getting a yard or 2, yard and a half maybe.
Yeah, it's a good tackle there by Akers, being able to wrap him up and give him as little yardage as possible. 2nd down and 9 for the Mavericks.
I look for the Mavericks to take a shot here.
The Mavericks have Caden Hines hidden over there behind the line.
Up, Parker, direct snap, keeper. Oh, he's first down run. powering to the, looks like the 24-yard line probably.
Yeah, and that's Brock Parker. He's not a guy you can get down with one.
No, he's a lot shorter, but that doesn't mean he's not strong. He reminds me a lot of Cam Scadaboo. Got to watch him play against the Eagles last night, and that's exactly how he ran.
Yeah.
He's looking for contact. He's looking to run you over, and if you're not ready, he's going to hit you.
There's a snap. Keeper, right side. Made another man miss. Stiff arm down to about the 3-yard line, 4-yard line it looks like.
Yeah, one thing.
Man running like a running back there, Boomer.
Well, he's coming from that kind of background, has really played that running back position, slot receiver type guy up until this year when he stepped in after the graduation of Leighton Dowdy, who had been starting quarterback for the Mavericks for 4 seasons.
Shotgun. Parker, direct snap. Power runner. He wants the end zone.
You're going to be just short.
And he got it by 1. Official on the left side calling it a touchdown.
Yeah, it's going to be the first touchdown of the game there for Mr. Parker. So definitely good to be able to feed your big back and get him some more yardage. 4 minutes even left to go in the game, and Mavericks are going to attempt to kick the extra point. One thing the Cavaliers have been known for in recent history is blocking kicks, but unfortunately for them this year, only one of them so far. So.
Well, Parker's a guy that'll give you a lesson in low center of gravity, isn't he, Boomer?
Yeah, FAR official had come in and marked it short. Didn't get announced as a touchdown for quite a minute there. To see the replay on it, just see exactly what happened.
And it's up and good. So 14-0.
As you can see
so far it's all Mavericks.
And here's your replay view here on your advanced hydraulics replay. As you can see, just as Roger was saying, a direct snap to Parker. He was really, really patient, cut towards the left side, and unfortunately.
Right there, stuck it over. Yeah, he was short and just stuck the ball out and got it across the plane.
And that was a great job by our replay and by Joe Sharp, our cameraman, to be able to get that view on the touchdown. But we're going to take a quick break here from the Greenbrier Valley Channel.
Raynell Medical Center is proud to offer the Alderson Medical Center for quality primary care. Our medical provider, Shanae Miller, PA, will assist you in all aspects of health management, including disease prevention, chronic care management, and wellness visits for patients of all ages. We are accepting new patients in our Alderson Medical Center, and we are open 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. Monday through Thursday. Call for your appointment today. Excellent health care right at home.
And we are back at Cavalier Field.
Fielded at the 28. I couldn't see the number there.
This is Emery Sanford.
Sanford.
And he's brought down by number 66, Trip McMillian. So pretty nice starting field position here for the Cavaliers. The question is, are they going to take advantage of it?
Yeah, I think Andrew Hill was in on that stop as well. And that's a couple of juniors that they're excited about coming in toward the end of the season and their senior years next year. A couple guys to watch.
So here we go. Dunbar. Shotgun. Keeper. And Dunbar close to the first down marker. It's going to depend on where they put him down. Yep, first down.
Yeah, there's a reason why Colton Dunbar is the leading rusher for the Cavaliers this season. He obviously gets the majority of the carries, but he is a very explosive, big runner. And when he runs it up the middle, it normally takes more than one tackler to be able to bring him down.
Well, he's got that long stride like Hines does.
Mm-hmm, absolutely.
Shotgun. One man in motion. Dunbar going to keep it. Nowhere to go. Tackled in the backfield for a loss of about 5.
Yeah, West is showing these looks with a few more receivers. I think they're used to looking to spread the Maverick defense out to try to run, but the Mavericks really aren't sending out anybody into man coverage. They're using guys like Bryson Parker and Andrew Hill coming out in an apex. And I think they're going to make them show that they can hit these shots downfield before they're willing to really get out of that base defense.
Yeah, what I'd like to see is some quick outs from the Cavaliers to, make the defense respect your passing game.
What's dangerous for the Cavaliers is that the Mavericks are only putting about 7 guys in that initial box, and they're putting the guys in coverage. So they're getting that pressure, and they're not even sending everybody.
They're going to
try take a shot, overthrown both receivers. I don't know if that was intended for Camden Sams or Andrew Rhodes or
Yeah, it definitely looked like it was Camden Sams there trying to get him a little bit of action since he's back from the injury. And unfortunately, a few steps overthrown there. He'd have had to have been about Kane Hines' height plus about 6 feet to be able to catch that pass.
Or was it?
It's going to be 3rd down and 15 for the Cavaliers.
Here we go. Shotgun. Dunbar. Parker lead blocking. Dunbar keeps it. That's going to bring up 4th down and 10, it looks like.
Yeah, it's going to be a herd of tacklers there for the Mavericks. First initiator was number 56, Bryson Parker. So Mavericks are going to get themselves out of it. Nope, it looks like they're going to go for it here on 4th down. So
4th and 9, it looks like. 2:01 left to go in the first quarter.
I think this is already a must-have here for the Cavaliers. This early in the game, they need this badly.
Yeah, I look for them possibly take a shot here. Oh, Dunbar. Pitch. Nowhere to go. Cameron Parker is swallowed up.
It was first man in there, Andrew Hill. We talked about him a minute ago. And then the rest of the Mavericks are able to follow up.
So turnover on downs. Mavericks football again.
Yeah, and that's going to also put the Mavericks in Cavalier territory to start their drive. So I agree. I definitely agree with the decision to go for it. You're kind of held up against the field. You got Scott McClung, but they needed something to happen there. But unfortunately, pitch play didn't work.
Yeah, I don't think you can criticize the call at all. It's at this point in the game, in the season, it's something I think you got to try.
Yeah, looks like, gain of a couple. It's going to bring up 2nd down for the Mavericks.
Yeah, 1 man for the Cavaliers. Aiden Palmer just made that tackle. Haven't called his name a bunch this season. He's only a sophomore, so I'm excited to see how much the Cavaliers can continue to develop him and how much work he continues to put in.
Low snap. Nice.
Andrew
nice
Weichel with the catch.
Weichel. It's touchdown.
Weichel just split Vaughn and Sams and was able to get towards the right side of the end zone. And to say that the Mavericks are getting everything they want right now is an understatement.
Yeah, you see the replay. It's the exact same concept. You've got Miller coming across on the out, crossed on the backside by Andrew Weichel on that glance, and it really puts that defender just in cross conflict. He's got to decide where he's going to go. He went with the out, and the glance behind it becomes open.
Yeah, it was a good read.
In this game, they've ran that to each side of the field.
Excellent read by the quarterback. Man, he's very well composed in the pocket, I think. And that kick is up and good. 21-0 Mavericks.
Yeah, we're going to take a quick commercial break real quick and be back from the Greenbrier Valley Channel. Don't go anywhere.
West Virginia, it's finally happened. Stevens Automotive Group is now in Greenbrier County. Come visit myself, Eric Workman, and our great team here at 8762 Seneca Trail South in Ronsford.
We have over 400 pre-owned vehicles to choose from, and the best thing is, if we don't have it, we'll find it. Our connection with 25-plus lending institutions can secure the financing for everyone and every situation on your next vehicle purchase. Let us make your next purchase end in a handshake.
Score big this fall with GoMart. Every Saturday through the end of October, GoMart Rewards members earn triple points on all purchases. And while you rack up on rewards points, be sure to scan the QR code in-store for more ways to win. Each scan is a chance to score the ultimate tailgating package with a $200 GoMart gift card, tailgating supplies, and more. GoMart is your hookup for the football season. Visit the GoMart app or GoMart.com to learn more. GoMart is the official convenience store of WVU Athletics.
Already.
Gardner's kick. Dropped. Picked up. Turned upfield. Got some grass to mow and pulled out of bounds. It looked like.
I believe it's number is that 76? Couldn't tell. Don't have a number 76 on my play sheet, so no, it can't be another 76.
Ward almost broke that one.
Yes, he did. Only one guy to beat. They'd have had the kicker to be able to stop him, but still a really nice return there for the Cavaliers.
76 might be Brandon Carter.
Brandon
guy
Carter.
who had to change his number a little earlier in the season.
Dunbar, keeper.
I don't know. They've got
not much there.
Brandon Carter. Tried to figure out 66 or 76. But.
He gains.
We'll call him Ghost Man.
Yeah, through the season, jerseys, might get torn, and you got to change numbers, and sometimes hard to keep up with the rosters.
So Dunbar battled forward for about 5 yards that time, bring up 2nd and 5 for the Cavaliers.
Now the Cavaliers don't have to hike or snap the ball here, but I would say they'll try to at least draw the Mavericks offside.
Dunbar with another keeper, wrapped up immediately at the line of scrimmage.
And that was every bit of number 53, Christian Ogle, all over Colton Dunbar. And that's going to bring us to the end of your first quarter. Mavericks 21, Cavaliers nothing. Cavaliers will have the ball at about the 36-yard line when we come back from the Greenbrier Valley Channel.
Hey everybody, my name is Brett Cruikshanks. I'm the owner here at Park Center Sporting Goods. I just want to personally invite you to come down and check us out. We are a full-line sporting goods dealer, hunting and fishing. We carry firearms, archery, boots, clothing, and just about any accessory you can imagine to make your outdoor adventure successful. So come down and check us out, and go Cavaliers.
Alrighty, and we are back here at Cavalier Field. They're flipping the field positions here right now. They're going to mark the Cavaliers at the 36 or their own 36-yard line. And Roger, we'll see if the Cavaliers can get themselves moving on offense.
Yeah, it's 3rd and a very long 4 here. So here comes the start of the 3rd quarter. Dunbar in the shotgun. Empty backfield. One man in motion. He drops back to the right side. Decides to keep it. And looks like he got the first down.
He did. That was a good decision there by Dunbar. He noticed that the corner was going to stay there as they were playing a little bit of a cover there towards the hard flat, and they were able, fortunately, Dunbar was able to use his long stride to be able to beat that hard flat out to the sidelines for the first down.
I like the read there. I like him surveying the field and deciding to tuck it and run. That will get the Mavericks defense off their game. So, and that's what they're going to have to do. It can't just be a designed quarterback run. There's got to be a read to it. Oh, Dunbar decided to keep it in the backfield. Hit, loss of about 3.
Yeah, right now the Cavaliers running into an 8-man box. Mavericks are able to collapse that in as they motion him into the backfield. And during the break, I was able to get a little clarification on what we had a minute ago. That was actually number 26 over there. It was Evan Vipperman.
Gotcha.
Yeah, we definitely want to give the kids props when they do something.
Yeah, Evan Vipperman, a freshman, was one of my players last year at middle school.
You pretty much took the words right out of my mouth, Boomer.
Dunbar, another designed keeper. He battles through, breaks loose. He's at midfield and tripped up by Bryce Gardenier, it looked like.
Yep. Yeah, it was Gardenier. And one thing, too, I'm noticing from the Cavaliers is that they're finally able to get themselves stretch runs and also runs up the middle, and they're able to keep the Mavericks on their toes. But the Mavericks got 8 guys in the box again.
3rd and 2. Dunbar going to keep it, and he is stopped short of the line to gain.
So I caught that time. There was a read on this side. They had a bubble concept going to the receiver to this side. It was in the slot.
I believe it's Mason Ward or Sam's, one of those two.
Yeah, and the Mavericks are playing pretty soft coverage right now with that 8-man box. They got their corners rolled back. So a bubble right now wouldn't be the worst idea.
No, it wouldn't be.
No.
But it was a designed run, I think, because he didn't even look.
No. And the Mavericks have Hines right now up there at safety, so they're going to have the shot to throw. And he's got Cameron Parker, and Parker's going to get the reception for the first completion of the game pass-wise for the Cavaliers, and that's huge right there, Roger.
Yeah, that's down to about the 39-yard line, so a beautiful pass, and that's what they've got to do. More pitch and catch. They got to mix up the play call a little bit to keep the Mavericks guessing what they're going to do. If they run every time, all they got to do is load the box.
Absolutely.
So Dunbar, empty backfield. Looking for some rhythm in the pass game. Oh, picked off, tipped and picked off. Mavericks, midfield 40, 30, 20, 10, 5, and touchdown.
Caden Hines again.
Caden Hines, it's
not even surprised.
That ball was just slightly behind and a little high. He got his hand on it and just couldn't bring it down, and Caden Hines was playing right behind him, fell in his lap, basically.
Yeah, if that ball would have been thrown just a touch better, man, that was a beautiful play call.
Yeah, you could see on the replay that was
a little bit too high, and Parker wasn't looking.
If I was Parker right there, you'd like to see him try to bat that down, but it's really hard to make that decision in a quick instance like that. So, unfortunately for the Cavaliers, Hines was right there, and he's not going to drop a pass like that.
So, pick 6 for the Mavs, and extra point up and good. So, we're at 28-0 with 9:46 left to go in the second quarter.
Yeah, that's unfortunate coming at a time when West was starting to get into an offensive rhythm.
Yeah, and they just can't get anything put together and get a rhythm going. But they were, like you said, they were starting to get a little bit of something going there.
I'm looking at this as more of a positive for the Cavaliers, if I'm being honest with you. They were already down 3 scores to begin with. All that does is it allows their pass game now. They have a little bit more faith in themselves. I understand Dunbar threw the pick 6, but the Cavaliers was able to get that completion to Parker, and also they was able to get some stretch runs to the outside, also some runs up the middle as well. So the Cavaliers need to look at that drive as a positive, even though it ended in a bad way.
Yeah, and you can't put all of that on Dunbar.
No, you can't.
The receiver
Absolutely.
did get a hand on it, which slowed it down, and Hines was there to take advantage of basically just Christmas present dropped in his lap there.
Yeah. Absolutely. I want to see Dunbar continue taking shots because also you saw a few minutes ago on the advanced hydraulics replay of how tight bunch the Mavericks were. They're not going to make it easy to pass on.
Here we go. There's the kick. Fielded at about the 18, across the 20 or the 30. Looks like they're going to set up camp on about the 37, it looks like.
Yes, yeah, looks like right at about the 37. Andrew Hill gets his third tackle of the game, so he's filling up the stat sheet here a little bit in the first half. But we'll see if the Cavaliers can get the offense moving just like they did the last drive. And
I like that play call. That slant route was, it was pretty. It was there.
Mm-hmm. Oh, absolutely. I completely agree with you. It was a great play call.
Dunbar, shotgun, keeper, left side, hit in the backfield. Loss of a bunch.
Yeah, it was Tyson Meadows that came through there, was able to apply the pressure and then the sack.
And he was basically untouched.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah,
loss of 7.
I couldn't quite tell what Dunbar was trying to do there, whether he was trying to pass or run. It looked like he was trying to tuck and run it as he had the ball tucked away in his left hand, but
if you're going to run it, you got to get out of the backfield on this Maverick defense. You got to get out of there like your legs are on fire and your butt's catching.
Absolutely. The Mavericks already had 3 guys in the backfield.
Tyson Meadows again was there, slipped out of that tackle, but the Mavericks were able to collapse. And right now, West is kind of cutting this field in half, but taking the Maverick defense with him and running into the teeth of it.
Yeah, it's Cameron Parker.
Yeah, and that's one thing, too. Delayed handoffs probably aren't the Cavaliers' best friend right now. The Mavericks are already going to be sending pressure, so it's best to get that ball out as quickly as you possibly can.
Well, they got to take a shot here, and if you don't get anywhere near the first down marker, you have to punt it away.
I guess send their strength to the wide side of the field.
Parker in the backfield. Pitch to Parker. He is swallowed up. No, hit, and a beautiful tackle.
Ryan Mann coming in on the back end of that.
Yeah, he broke a tackle, and then Ryan Mann's going to get his 4th tackle of the game, and he made that one look pretty ugly.
Yeah, he made Parker pay for that carry.
Absolutely.
So 4th, and we're going to call it Rupert.
And you don't have a choice here if you're the Cavaliers except to punt it. That's all there is to it.
Yeah, you hope to get a deep one.
See if Scott McClung is able to get himself another Cavaliers bounce like he did in the first quarter. Low.
It's a drive, picked up, crossing midfield and forced out of bounds that's Gardner, isn't it?
Yeah, it is
Bryce Gardner.
And Mavericks will start on their own side of the field to start this new drive. So, Roger, what are the Cavaliers going to have to do to get themselves a little bit of a spark here before the second half?
They're going to have to come up with a stop here. They got to stop this Maverick offense from almost scoring at will. And, they've got to put a drive together. I mean, they're going to have to put a drive together to stay in this ball game. I mean, 4 scores, that's tough to overcome, especially against a Maverick defense. Mm-hmm. However, it's not impossible.
Looks like it'll be a false start here. Yep, that's
Pat Standard is the white hat tonight, and
I think that was some kind of miscommunication between quarterback and center as Ryan Mann was calling for the ball. I think the receivers expected that thing was going to come a little bit earlier than what it did.
Yeah, so 1st and 15 for the Mavericks.
The Mavericks have been able to get themselves pretty much whatever they wanted, Boomer. Pretty much all night.
Mann looking for the play call. Looking at his wrist coach. He's got it. Shotgun. Empty backfield. Parker's in motion. He drops back. Quick toss. Missed his mark.
Yeah, the Cavaliers were finally able to get themselves a little bit of pressure there.
It was intended for his motion man. Parker just out of his reach. So 2nd and 15. He's looking to get the play, and here he goes. Mavericks
That
direct snap to Parker. Parker, a gain of about 3. And he is built like a fullback, isn't he, Boomer?
Yeah, Cam Scataba, that's a pretty good comparison, at least in the style of running back they are.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was going to say, he doesn't catch the ball as much. Might get a target as he just did last play, but for the most part, straight up the middle to the side, and he's going to run through anybody.
It's an empty backfield.
Yeah.
Parker.
They have been known to find him on the wheel, so we'll see if they want to go to that.
Breaks the tackle, makes another man miss, and here goes man down to the 20, slings a guy out of bounds, and he is hit. Oh, no, they're saying he stepped out of bounds at about the 18.5-yard line.
I mean, my goodness, there was 5 Cavaliers right there in the backfield that could have had him down. He did step out there. Okay, I was about to say.
Fumble on the play. Parker ends up covering that one up, but that's a huge loss on the play. They're backed up to about the 31-yard line of the Cavaliers. That's going to be second and, 22 it looks like.
Yeah, small piece of duct tape on the big leak that has really been gashing out for the Cavaliers. So we'll see if they can maybe make something happen out of this before halftime. We'll see.
Man with a snap. Pitch. No, fake pitch. Hit it to 30. That is.
Found Jaden Miller crossing around.
That was a great job there by Sanford to be able to wrap him up before he was able to get any steam going. A little bit hard to get steam going, and since the ball was thrown just slightly behind him, but still Mavericks trying to get themselves to move the ball. I'd like to see how good the leg of their kicker is, and we might see a field goal here if they can get a little bit closer.
You saw what the Mavericks were trying to do there. They had Comer on the rocket motion, faked it, trying to get the defense to flow that way. The defense did a good job staying home there.
Oh, beautiful pass out to Gardner, and he gets down to about the, where are they marking him? About the 21, it looks like.
A yard short of that original line of scrimmage on first down. So
do they try a field goal from this far out?
Why not?
It doesn't look like they're running Gardner on. Well, Gardner's already out there, but it doesn't look like they're running on the rest of their kicking team.
Nope.
Yeah,
Man got the play call. So 4th and 12.
Yeah, looks like all the players are checking their wrists right now for the Mavericks. And as they head towards the sidelines.
One-Way Towing, the source for all your towing needs. From cars to trucks, the dreaded crash, to just plain stuff. For a job done right, there's only one way.
So we are back here in Charmco, 28-0. It's been all Mavericks so far. Cavaliers desperately trying to get something going. They need a stop here. It's 4th and 12 for the Mavericks. And empty backfield.
3 receivers bunched to the boundary side of the field.
Screen pass maybe? Nope.
He's going to take a shot. And there it is. Dropped it in the bucket. He had to come back to get it.
I think he was being hit as he let that go. It kind of floated. Hines came back and made a play.
Yeah, Hines, the defensive receivers didn't even know the ball was in the air, I don't think.
Yeah, Vaxton Vaughn kind of looked back.
His arm, yeah.
Yeah, Vaxton Vaughn was looking back towards it. He even saw the ball, but it looks like he wasn't able to change directions in time, and Hines just walked right into the end zone.
One man miss, and if you're in there, you're on the 1-yard line.
You're coming off that left side, though. He was able to, I think, get a piece of the arm of Ryan as he was coming through, and that have all hung up. It was there for the taking, but
yeah,
Mavericks able to come away with it.
Yeah, the Cavaliers just didn't see the ball in the air, and there is another one. He is perfect on the night. So we are at 35-0, 4:10 left to go in the half, and it's been all Mavericks so far.
Yeah, this is an incredible job by the Mavericks to start out with. They've got 3 so far. Ryan Mam right now, he's got 3 passing touchdowns on the day, doing a great job. They've even got an interception return for a touchdown as well. I mean, the Mavericks are really just playing perfect all the way around right now.
Yeah, the pick six is kind of what really took the air out of the Cavaliers, I think.
Yeah, it really was. And then also Brock Parker getting himself in the end zone as well with a touchdown on the evening. So 1 rushing touchdown, 3 passing touchdowns, and then an interception return for a touchdown. They're getting touchdowns all over the place.
Yeah. Well, their kicker's getting plenty of practice tonight, and the kick return team for the Cavaliers is getting some practice. So maybe they'll bust one loose here and get a little spark. And there it is. Fielded about the 20, hit about to the 35-yard line. Cavs will take over 1st and 10. See if they can get a drive going this time.
Yep, Brandon Carter gets him his first tackle of the game here for the Mavericks. The Cavaliers got 4:04 to go here. The question is, can they make something happen here and be able to get themselves on the board?
There we go. Dunbar, keeper, nothing there. Loss of 2. They'll give him forward progress to about the 33.
Yeah, Parker makes himself valuable, not only running the ball, but also with the tackle there, being able to use his small but strong body, I should say, to be able to wrap Dunbar up at the legs.
So 2nd and 12, Cavaliers, Dunbar, empty backfield. Man in motion. Parker in the backfield with him now, hands it to him, and it bounces off of a guy and turns a little something in there. A gain of about 3 on the play. It's going to bring up 3rd and 9.
Yeah, a little bit of a bright spot here for the Cavaliers this evening. They've been really, they've in a way been able to utilize Parker. We haven't seen Chrisman quite as much this game, and they've done a lot more Parker, and he's been able to, fortunately for the Cavaliers, break a decent amount of tackles. Hard count for the Cavaliers.
13 seconds on the play.
Hard count there. Now they're going to get to play.
They're going to let the play clock run out.
Yeah, we'll take
Use
a
a timeout.
We'll take it with them real quick, and we'll be right back.
RT Rogers Oil Company and Precision Delivery have many kind and knowledgeable long-term employees in our Hinton office who account for transactions and dispatch fuel and explain and educate about our many products, such as our wall heaters and also our fireplace logs, which are designed for residential space heating. And we also have Renai tankless water heaters available. We provide many different types of fuel storage tanks along with and timely deliveries to these storage tanks. Our long-term employees make deliveries and also install HVAC units and install generators, while Precision Delivery transports fuel in 6 states. So, call us for a quote or delivery.
Dunbar, empty backfield, 4 receivers left, but 1 right. Shotgun, drops back, man in his face and not letting go. He is sacked for a big loss. Looks like about we're going to call it the 27.
Yeah, Jackson Thomas, once again, that's his third tackle of the evening. And he's really, they're getting so much pressure on the defensive side of the ball, and they're able to penetrate that offensive line. And the Cavaliers, quite frankly, besides that, the pass drive, they haven't been able to get anything going on offense.
So 4th and a mile for the Cavaliers, and they're going to punt it away. 150.
Mavericks having to get it. They're going to get possibly a penalty, or no, the ball's blocked.
It's blocked and taken in.
I guess the referees didn't see number 7.
Mavericks still had a man on the field trying to get off on the substitution, or maybe they had miscounted and he was the 11th man running off. I'm not sure.
But Caden Hines took it in. He blocked it. Tall Caden Hines blocks that one, as you can see on the replay.
Let's see. We're pointing over this way. Are we going to get
some
confusion on the field? We got the flag. It is going to be the 12 man on the field. Yep.
Okay, yeah.
They might not have thrown that flag until that block happened.
Exactly, and that's one small bright side, I guess you could say, for the Cavaliers. See if they can. And, yes, there's the call. That'll bring up 4th down and 18, so a lot more manageable.
Yeah, just an illegal substitution, extra man. If he was running off, he was to the numbers when the ball was snapped, and like I said, if that punt had got off clean, they might have let it go.
Mm-hmm.
But when it was blocked, I think the flag came out.
And Hines went in untouched.
Yes, he did.
Unbelievable. A block and picks the ball up and scores with it, but negated by a penalty flag of too many people on the field.
Cavaliers are in the huddle right now, seeing if they can try to get a little bit of momentum going here before the second half starts. Got 1:42 left on the clock.
Looks like the officials are having a little conference down there.
We saw West come out with a fake punt a little earlier.
Illegal participation. Defense. 15-yard penalty. Replay 4th down.
Oh, that's a bigger deal.
Yeah, it is.
That's a whole lot bigger deal. That brings it from a 4th down 23 to a 4th down and 8.
4th down and 2, it looks like. So that is a lot more manageable. I think.
I almost want to go back and see that play at some point to see what the illegal participation. That's usually someone from the sideline coming onto the field and making an impact on the play.
So 4th and manageable here. They got to get to midfield for the first down. And let's see what they do. Empty backfield, Dunbar. Parker in motion. He sets up with Dunbar. Dunbar, it looks like he got it. That's going to be a first down for the Cavaliers. They just into plus territory.
Yeah, man gets another team-leading 5th tackle of the game. And Cavaliers are able to keep this drive rolling for now, but they better speed it up if they want to score.
Actually knocking on plus territory's door. They're 2 yards away from midfield. So fresh set of downs. See what the Cavaliers put together. 1:16 left. Parker in motion. Dunbar keeps it. Ducking and dodging. Gain of about 2.5, 3 yards on that play. Going to bring up second down for the Cavaliers. I thought he was going to be able to bust to the outside, but then, boom, there's a Maverick right there in his grill. Nowhere to go, so he cuts it upfield, does the right thing, cuts it upfield, and gets something out of nothing there. Parker in motion. Dunbar drops back, and he's hit. Bounces off. He's across midfield. Steps out about the 45-yard line of the Mavericks.
That's just Colton Dunbar right there for you. He's got Brock Parker right there on him, hits him, and Dunbar bounced. I mean, he just bounced off of him like he was a little rag doll. That was pretty great there from Colton Dunbar, able to turn a 5-yard loss into about a 4-yard gain.
Yeah, a little funny in the backfield. That's Bryson Parker coming through, getting the hit that Dunbar spun off, and that's older brother Brock walking over to him after the place, having something to say to him in the backfield. Saw him shrug his shoulders.
Yeah.
I'm sure that he had something to say to him on that one.
Dunbar, first down run, down to about the 37.
Looks like we got a timeout for the Cavaliers, and we're going to take a quick one with them. Don't go back in anywhere.
Most people don't realize that your health starts with your mouth and your teeth. Raynell Medical Center is pleased to offer dental care in 2 locations. Dr. Heather Heister is serving patients in our Raynell Dental Center, located just behind the Health Center. Dr. Darren Wadsworth and Dr. Dustin Yoakum are serving patients in the Maxwellton Dental Center. Our dental staff does a wonderful job of making patients feel comfortable. If you've not had a dental checkup within 6 months, make your appointment today.
Alrighty, and we are back here from Cavalier Field. Cavaliers are marching down right now against the Mavericks down at the Mavericks 30, we'll call it the 38.5-yard line, 39-yard line, with 32 seconds left to go. So, Roger, I think we're going to get something you've been wanting for a long time now, and that's a deep pass.
Yeah, I think they're going to have to take a shot or two here. You want to get a first down, but the playbook's open. Nobody in the backfield. Dunbar looking to throw. Pitches it out of bounds. Beautiful.
Cavaliers do have a timeout. They can work the middle of the field. The clock would stop on a first down. Stops there for the out of bounds. But you got to remember, the Mavericks won. They took possession to begin the game. So the Cavaliers will have the ball coming out of the break.
That's huge right there, too. That is Camden Sam's first catch since being back from his injury. So I bet that feels really good for him to be able to make that catch and be able to make an impact.
Second down, Dunbar. Tosses it. I got a man, and it looks like he has got the first down.
Sam's again right there.
Slow to get up back here.
Dunbar is down.
He's popped back up.
He's getting up. He is a tough bird.
And flag back here might be roughing the passer.
Yeah, I might see here in just a second.
Or unnecessary roughness. We don't know. Here comes Pat.
Personal foul. Defense. Roughing the passer. 15-yard penalty from the original line of scrimmage. Automatic. First half.
So that's what you're looking for if you're a Cavalier.
Yeah, and you called it, Boomer. That's going to add another 15 yards onto that pass play. So that's going to put the Cavaliers inside the red zone.
Well, you like to see that. You got to see the officials protect the players, and I think that's exactly what they did on that one.
Mm-hmm.
The ball was clearly gone when he took that hit. So,
yeah, you're into this part of the field now where you've been working toward the sidelines. Now you can work into the end zone. An incomplete pass would stop the clock, and you have a fresh set of downs.
And they're working empty backfield, trips to the left. Dunbar taking off. They're going to have to call that timeout, aren't they?
Yeah, Brock Parker, he said, come back here, big dog. He was the last line of defense there for the Mavericks. We're going to take a quick timeout right now from the Greenbrier Valley channel.
What we do here is more than just a job. We make a lasting impact every day. The architecture, engineering, and field services professionals at Thrasher are providing the know-how to make projects successful. Whether you're just starting out or looking to advance, you'll find career paths that align with your goals and a company that's committed to your growth. At Thrasher, it's more than just another day on the job. It's the foundation for a better tomorrow.
All right, here we are.
All right, that's the last timeout for the half for the Cavaliers. So if you're in that huddle right now, you got to tell Colton Dunbar you can't run again. You got to throw that thing away if it's cloudy.
Yeah, only 14 seconds left. Second down. They can get a first down about the 7-yard line, it looks like. You're just beyond the 8. But time is not on your side here.
It's definitely not, but the good thing for the Cavaliers is they definitely have options. They're not super, super close to the goal line, so they can spread out the field a little bit more. The receivers have more room to run their routes. We'll see if the Cavaliers can take advantage of that or if they decide to run it.
But the Lions got to give him time to make a decision.
Yes, they do.
So that's where it starts, in the trenches. And so far, Mavericks have been doing a really good job getting penetration and putting the pressure on Dunbar. Dunbar would be a great passer if he had a little bit more time to do that.
I would personally, I know he's not out here right now, I would love to see McClung out here over on the sidelines, and I would like to see a fade. Just put him up against one of the bigger guys and see if he can make a catch, but we'll see what happens.
Dunbar, empty backfield, drops back, looking to pass, pressure on him, he throws it, and it is picked off in the end zone with 7 seconds left to go. A one-handed grab, too. I got to see that on the replay.
Caden Hines just goes up and high points that with his right hand and palms it down.
Oh, absolutely. I'm excited to see this on the advanced hydraulics replay. He literally grabbed that up with one paw, and, I mean, he turned into the offensive player right there. That was
and throwing under pressure, too. That was nice. But a one-handed grab, look at that. That's an ESPN moment right there, top 10.
You don't get much better than that if you're Caden Hines right there. You really don't.
So I look for Cavaliers to take a knee here and go to halftime. I mean, a 35-0 is a commanding lead, and they are in victory formation. So they'll take a knee, let the clock run out, and go to halftime.
And that already makes the second interception of the half for Mr. Caden Hines. So, young man, have yourself an evening.
Yeah, he's doing a great job tonight.
Off the field to the locker room right now, leading the pack.
Oh, you know he's excited. He's got 2 interceptions, one of them returned for a touchdown, and he's also got 2 receiving touchdowns as well. He's playing like an animal tonight.
Yeah. And you hate to see the score 35-0 at the half. You always want to see a good ball game where both teams really have to fight and show some grit. The blowouts are never something fun to watch, but you know, every game I used to tell my boys, you're going to learn something about yourself or you're going to learn something about the other team. And I think that the Cavaliers are doing both tonight.
Absolutely. And right as they are taking their halftime stuff, we're going to quickly, before the band comes out, we're going to take a quick halftime break from the Greenbrier Valley Channel. Don't go anywhere.
RT Rogers Oil Company and Precision Delivery have many kind and knowledgeable long-term employees in our Hinton office who account for transactions and dispatch fuel and explain and educate about our many products, such as our wall heaters and also our fireplace logs, which are designed for residential space heating, and we also have Rinnai tankless water heaters available. We provide many different types of fuel storage tanks along with an experienced and trained crew that will be installing them. We will then make safe and timely deliveries to these storage tanks. Our long-term employees make deliveries and also install HVAC units and install generators, while Precision Delivery transports fuel in 6 states. So, call us for a quote or delivery.
Raynell Medical Center is located in the heart of Raynell and has provided quality health care to our community for over 45 years. We offer medical, dental, pediatrics, pharmacy, behavioral health therapy, x-ray, mammography, diabetes education, and on-site lab services. We accept most insurance plans and offer a sliding fee scale for qualifying patients. Make us your family's medical home and let us care for you. Raynell Medical Center. Excellent health care right at home.
was a musician who later got religious and became a preacher. And their music was as real as the air we breathed. But like a pretty little bird, I felt the longing to fly away to see what the rest of the world had to offer. I watched my brothers and their neighbors turn their lives shortened by the best they could. Work was hard and the discipline good. Oh, mercy, I belong to so many. Part of me always felt closing, and the jobs were gone. My family and I had to leave our home, like so many others did. We went north to Baltimore to find work. It was a new kind of life, a different kind of freedom. But honey, I never forgot where I came from or the people who still live there. The mountains called me home. They were in my heart and in my voice. I had become an advocate for the miners, using my music to fight for what was right. My journey had taken me far, but I always knew, in the end, I would find my way back to West Virginia, my home.
Score big this fall with GoMart. Every Saturday through the end of October, GoMart Rewards members earn triple points on all purchases. And while you rack up on rewards points, be sure to scan the QR code in-store for more ways to win. Each scan is a chance to score the ultimate tailgating package with a $200 GoMart gift card, tailgating supplies, and more. GoMart is your hookup for the football season. Visit the GoMart app or GoMart.com to learn more. GoMart is the official convenience store of WVU Athletics.
What do I love about Markle? How much time do you have?
West Virginia, it's finally happened. Stevens Automotive Group is now in Greenbrier County. Come visit myself, Eric Workman, and our great team here at 8762 Seneca Trail South in Ronsford.
We have over 400 pre-owned vehicles to choose from, and the best thing is, if we don't have it, we'll find it. Our connection with 25 plus lending institutions can secure the financing for everyone and every situation on your next vehicle purchase. Let us make your next purchase and then a handshake.
Medical Center is proud to offer the Alderson Medical Center for quality primary care. Our medical provider, Shanae Miller, PA, will assist you in all aspects of health management, including disease prevention, chronic care management, and wellness visits for patients of all ages. We are accepting new patients in our Alderson Medical Center, and we are open 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. Monday through Thursday. Call for your appointment today. Excellent health care right at home.
One-Way Towing, the source for all your towing needs. From cars to trucks, the dreaded crash, to just plain stuff. For a job done right, there's only one way.
Everything begins with water. From our cool mountain springs to the winding streams working their way through the hills and into our rivers. Just like water, progress starts small, with a vision, a plan, and an impactful project. Because when we invest in the foundation, we build stronger communities. The Thrasher Group. Building stronger communities together with you.
Hey everybody, my name is Brent Cruikshanks. I'm the owner here at Park Center Sporting Goods. I just want to personally invite you to come down and check us out. We are a full-line sporting goods dealer, hunting and fishing. We carry firearms, archery, boots, clothing, and just about any accessory you can imagine to make your outdoor adventure successful. So come down and check us out, and go Cavaliers.
And we are back here at Greenbrier West. 2 minutes and 48 seconds to go until we kick it off here to start the second half. Greenbrier West will be receiving. And to say the Mavericks dominated the first half would be an understatement, Boomer.
Yeah, we talked about Caden Hines before the game, and he's really been a big, impactful player to this point. Of course, you've had good stuff going on for the Mavericks all over both sides of the ball. There's too many guys to even mention right now. Mm-hmm. And just for West, it just hasn't clicked yet. There's a lot of pressure. They haven't found the running lanes, and they haven't got the Mavericks out of that 8-man box.
No, they haven't. I'm going to give you a little bit of a first half statistics. To be honest with you, for the Cavaliers, there's not a whole lot of them. I've got Akers, John Akers with a sack, and that's really about it. Colton Dunbar has several rushes, and they've got a pass completed to Cameron Parker, but that's about it on the Cavaliers side of the ball. Now for the Mavericks, they've got 2 passing touchdowns caught by Caden Hines, 2 interceptions for Caden Hines as well. One of those was returned for a touchdown, so pick 6. Let me see. Ryan Mann, he's got 3 touchdown passes on the day. Mm-hmm. One of them was caught by Benjamin Colmer, so he got his first touchdown pass of the game. And then also Brock Parker was able to get himself a touchdown rush as well at the goal line. So 5 total touchdowns for the Mavericks, and you truly couldn't have written it up better if you're the Mavericks, if you're any of their coaches.
Yeah, you mentioned Ben Colmer. He's, like I said, he's wearing that Guardian cap coming back off injury. I think this is maybe the first game he's actually been able to get back into since he's come back. And Mavericks just have athletes on the offensive side of the ball all over, a lot of options they can go to. It's a hard team to be able to contain when you have that many options to go to. For the Cavaliers, like you said, it's just been a tough slog so far. If I'm the Cavaliers, I want to come out here with the ball, try to get some quick completions to my receivers, get Dunbar in rhythm, and see if you can get something moving here in the second half.
Absolutely. And another thing I'd like to mention too, Cameron Parker, Camden Sams, and Akers, each of them all have 2 tackles. So they're tied for the lead for the Cavaliers for tackles. Now on the Mavericks side of the ball, they're ball hawking on defense. Jaden Miller leads the team right now with 5 tackles. You've got Andrew Hill. He's got 4 tackles. And, yeah, those are your 2 leading tacklers for the Mavericks. So they've got guys all over the board. I've got several guys with 3 tackles. They got a couple guys with 2 tackles. Truly, it's a team effort for the Mavericks. There's not one guy that you could pick out and say, he's doing great. I mean, you could do that with Hines. You could do that with Parker. But still, at the end of the day, overall, the Mavericks as a team have been playing phenomenal.
Yeah, Mavericks defensive coordinator Jason Goodman, he's been on that sideline for more than a decade now calling defense, and he's really developed a pretty good system over there. Mavericks generally a pretty good defensive team. Like I said, the only time this year they've struggled was against Bluefield.
I'll tell you what, I think you can sum it up, and it looks like the Mavericks have more touchdowns than the Cavaliers have first downs. So I would say that's going to be a pretty close number, and you just can't win ball games like that.
No, you can't. And that, honestly, Roger, if there was one statistic that tells you how the night went, that's it right there, is first downs compared to touchdowns. If that's ever the case, I don't know if there's ever been a game in the history of football or any sport for that matter where you have, say, for example, more turnovers than you have points or something like that. You're not going to win ball games when you have more turnovers than points and when you have, like you said, more touchdowns than first downs. It's just not going to happen.
Yeah, so Gardner looking to kick for the Mavericks. Cavaliers get the ball at the start of the second half, and we're getting ready to get underway here. And there's the kick. It's a high kick to about the 30. Fielded, turned up. About the 39-yard line. They're going to mark him down. So about a 9-yard return. And that was Sanford with the return.
Yeah, that was a good job by Sanford. Fortunately for the Cavaliers, it was a pretty short kick from Gardner, so the Cavaliers are going to get themselves pretty favorable field position. 61 yards to go. Let's see if they can make something happen.
Yeah, I think they've got to get, like Boomer said, they've got to get a drive going. They've got to find some kind of rhythm somewhere, but it starts at the O-line. They've got to give him a little bit of time to get rid of that ball. And somebody missed a route there or something. Dunbar was under pressure.
Yeah, he was looking for Camden Sams right there on the play, and it almost looked like Sams was supposed to it looks like he wanted him to run a double move maybe and go to the outside, but Sams more was running a little bit of a crosser across the middle of the field.
Yeah, they've got Sams lined up out here almost to the numbers, and just by the time he gets into that break, this is becoming a 30, 35-yard throw. I'd look to get something just quicker.
Dunbar's going to keep it. Nowhere to go. He's going to lose a yard. That's going to bring up 3rd down and 11, so it looks like more of the same for the Cavaliers here. They just can't get anything going. That O-line is collapsing quick.
Yeah, Bryson Parker adds his 4th tackle of the evening, and right now the Cavaliers are seeing how they can try to spread out this Mavericks offense, but until you can prove that you can pass the ball, the Mavericks, they're going to put 7 guys in the box, 7, 8 guys in the box, and they're going to keep blitzing.
Yep, there's a throw.
There's to Sams.
And it is almost picked off. It was broken up in there.
Sams
Gardner
turned into the defender there and knocked that ball out of Gardner's grasp.
Yeah, I was going to say the same thing. Camden pretty much had to turn into the cornerback right there. And it's not a great starting drive there for the Cavaliers. They lose 1 yard starting drive of the second half. But
so
let's see. But
punt team's out there, and they're going to punt it away and try to hopefully pin the Mavericks deep is probably their thought process here, and maybe get a stop and have a little better field position.
Now, one bright spot for the Cavaliers they have had all season is Scott McClung in the punt area. Might not be what you want to say is your favorite thing, but he does a great job punting the ball and being able to put teams in their own side of the field. So let's see what McClung can do.
We got a flag on the play. Pat Standard turned his mic on. So defense. So that's going to be 4th and So it's going to be 4th and 10, so punt team will stay on the field. McClung punting it. He gets a beauty away. Fielded about the 23-yard line. And stopped after a short gain.
Yeah, Cameron Parker was able to wrestle him down there on the play, and fortunately enough for the Cavaliers, it looked like he had a bunch of space there up the middle, but unfortunately, I believe that was that Weichel?
That was Benjamin Comer on the return.
Comer, okay, gotcha. Cameron Parker gets his 3rd tackle of the day, and he's the first Cavalier with 3 tackles on the evening.
All right, 1st and 10 Mavericks from their own 30. Oh, Comer.
Ben Comer on the run.
Yeah, crosses midfield, making guys miss, and he is slammed to the turf there by Parker, Cameron Parker.
Yeah, Parker got himself another tackle there, and that reminded me of what Fort Fry was doing all of last week. They ran a bunch of motion, and that's exactly what they did. They went with the jet sweep, and Parker, his legs were moving about 200 miles an hour and got past the Cavalier line of scrimmage on the sweep.
So, yeah, that's just a lot of eye candy for the defense, and then it comes out, pops out this side. Beautiful play. Man, drops back, looking to throw. Got a man, caught him in stride, Hines, but he is wrapped up at about the 32.5-yard line.
Yeah, going to be about a yard short of the line to gain. News coming out of Honeycutt Stadium there in Princeton. If we can get that back up, it was halftime. Princeton out ahead of Greenbrier East, 21-7.
Dead on. Yeah, I was going to say, and also have yourself a day, Caden Hines. This is, I'm telling you what, Caden Hines is coming off the field limping with an injury, as I said that. But, I mean,
He's made an impact on this game, that's for sure.
To say the least.
Flips it to Parker. Parker finds a seam, and he got the first down. He's down to about the 21-yard line. So 1st and 10 Mavericks. Just a good, and you know what? He's faster than what he looks.
Yeah, he's quick.
When he shoots the gap, he turns the jets on, and he's way faster than what you would think he would be. So I like that run.
Yeah, multi-sport athlete, plays basketball, runs track in the spring.
Man got the play call. They got trips to the right, one receiver left. Parker in the backfield. He drops back to pass. And almost picked off.
Yeah, Sanford looked like he was going to have himself an interception there, actually. It was thrown out a good bit in front of the receiver, but fortunately enough for the Mavericks, they're going to be able to get themselves out of it for now. But still, nonetheless, nice job there by Embry Sanford to be able to bat that pass down.
You got a hand up there. Didn't quite see what they were running on that side. I think it was a double slant, but a little bit in between where the intended receiver. So,
man, flips to Parker. Parker turns the jets on, and he's got a first down run, it looks like, depending on the spot. I think he's got it.
Yeah, Camden Sams was able to get out there on the edge to make the tackle, but the thing is the Mavericks have been able to use that eye candy, as you were mentioning earlier, Roger, to be able to get themselves out in a position where even after the Cavaliers make contact, they're already almost at the marker.
So 3rd and 1. Direct snap to Parker, and he turns it upfield. He might be. We're going to see what.
I think he's going to be about a foot short there. He's going to be spotted right down on the line, and the yard to gain is just a smidge up on the hash mark.
So 4th and a half a yard, and it's going to be an offsides. It was a hard count. Good call.
That's one of the essential and huge things that coaches always say: watch the ball, don't watch the player, don't listen to their voice.
It was an offsides call, bad standard. So that's going to be 1st and goal for the Mavericks from about the 6-yard line, between the 6 and 7.
Yeah, and that's one thing the Cavaliers have really struggled with this year.
Man, drops back. Got a man. batted down.
Nearly picked off by Camden Sams in the end zone.
Sams batted that one down.
Yeah, you could see it here on the advanced hydraulics replay here. Man really caught that with one hand, and it looked like he had a man, but Sams reversed courses and got his left paw on the ball.
I'll tell you, if we get at that to look at that again, it was really Bryce Gardner coming from the backside who he had open, never got to work back to it.
So, Parker, direct snap, and it looks like he is in for the touchdown. Another James Monroe Maverick touchdown. Wow.
Yeah, we'll see here on the replay. It looked like he had a pitch towards the left side, so it's going to be a good rushing touchdown there from Parker again. That's going to give him 2 on the game. That's one thing these Mavericks have done a really good job at, as you could see him motioning out there to the side. One thing that the Mavericks did right there, you could see one of the guys was able to go out there and block. The man in motion blocked for Parker, and then he went straight into the end zone for the touchdown.
Yeah, it's just the rocket sweep. You've got a 3-man line combo coming off, kind of sprinting down the line of scrimmage. You've got a blocker out in front, so you get a lot of bodies, and you just get it out quick. Really, that play usually you want to bounce it to the outside, but Parker saw a seam and just took it up as he's liked to do.
Absolutely, and you've talked about that a bunch, especially before the broadcast, Boomer, about how much they use the rocket sweep. And why wouldn't you? Whenever you're able to get blockers out in front of you, be able to use them as almost extra linemen, why not? Just keep doing what's working.
Yeah, when you execute it, it's a dangerous play.
Absolutely. Well, we're going to take a quick timeout here from the Greenbrier Valley Channel. Don't go anywhere.
Raynell Medical Center is located in the heart of Raynell and has provided quality health care to our community for over 45 years. We offer medical, dental, pediatrics, pharmacy, behavioral health therapy, x-ray, mammography, diabetes education, and on-site lab services. We accept most insurance plans and offer a sliding fee scale for qualifying patients. Make us your family's medical home and let us care for you. Raynell Medical Center. Excellent health care right at home.
Alrighty, and we
are. There's the kick, fielded on his knees.
Yeah, Emory Sanford.
So Cavaliers will take off 1st and 10.
We got the notification there during the break that they're going to go to a running clock for the remainder of this game. That comes with the 40-point lead.
And probably not a bad idea.
No, not at all. Whenever you don't want to see any injuries to any of the players, and really at this point of the game, you're already up by so much. The game has all pretty much been decided. So
there's Dunbar. It's a keeper, designed quarterback keeper, and Dunbar runs for a first down out to about the 48-yard line of the Cavaliers, so close to midfield. That play, he kind of took off a little faster that time, didn't he, Boomer?
Yeah, he found a good seam there and got through. We've seen it happen a couple times tonight, just hasn't been able to string them together.
Yeah, Moses Hopkins right there on the tackle, and that's one good thing for the Mavericks. Moses only 1 tackle here on the evening, and he's one of their secondary guys, so you don't want to see him with a lot of tackles.
Dunbar with another keeper. He breaks across midfield down to about the Maverick 48-yard line.
That was Andrew Hill on the tackle. Called his name several times tonight from that linebacker position.
Yes, we have him along with Mr. Mann. Both of them have 5 tackles apiece to lead the Mavericks. It's really all the way around. A lot of Mavericks have, let me count the number of players here while Roger's calling the next play.
So here we go. Dunbar. Parker in motion. Stops in the backfield. Hands it to him. Catches a nice block. Turns it upfield. Gets to about the 46-yard line.
Yeah, I thought for a second during that play we were going to see it, and I think it would be interesting call right now, but a reverse. The Maverick defense is being pretty aggressive, crashing on those sweeps. I think if you'd run the reverse off of it, you might find some room on the backside.
It looks like he's got a cramp.
Yeah, it looks like we got an injury down here on the field for the Cavaliers. And as I was mentioning a second ago, the Mavericks have 15 different players with the tackle. That is astronomical of how good the coaching has been here for the Mavericks and how well they've been tackling. But with the injury timeout, we're going to go ahead and take a quick break with them. We'll be right back from the Greenbrier Valley channel.
Score big this fall with GoMart. Every Saturday through the end of October, GoMart Rewards members earn triple points on all purchases. And while you rack up on rewards points, be sure to scan the QR code in-store for more ways to win. Each scan is a chance to score the ultimate tailgating package with a $200 GoMart gift card, tailgating supplies, and more. GoMart is your hookup for the football season. Visit the GoMart app or GoMart.com to learn more. GoMart is the official convenience store of WVU Athletics.
West Virginia, it's finally happened. Stevens Automotive Group is now in Greenbrier County. Come visit myself, Eric Workman, and our great team here at 8762 Seneca Trail South in Roncford.
We have over 400 pre-owned vehicles to choose from, and the best thing is, if we don't have it, we'll find it. Our connection with 25-plus lending institutions can secure the financing for everyone and every situation on your next vehicle purchase. Let us make your next purchase and then a handshake.
Dunbar, keeper. He's got a first down run down to about the 35-yard line of the Mavericks.
That was Andrew Hill who mentioned.
And Dunbar looks like he is down.
He's been working hard tonight.
He has a lot of carries. So
he's a tough kid. I think he's trying to fight his way back up right now. Maybe exhausted.
He is tougher than a pine knot, but it looks like he's holding that leg.
Yeah, Colton Dunbar, he's their leading carrier, leading rusher, not only on the game but on the season. He's one of their big workhorse guys, and he's not only an all-stater in football, but he's going to be one in basketball and track this year as well, coming off of a state championship in hurdles this past year. He's an animal overall, but he's going to be – it looks like he's going to be –
he's got to come out for a play.
Yeah, he was trying to head back to the huddle right there.
That's
Coach
awesome.
had to help drag him off to – you got to sit out for a play.
Yeah, I'm going to steer you this way, Dunbar.
I don't think
know
Colton
you're tough.
Dunbar will be kept off the field very long.
No, and that's why it's really, really hard for players like Dunbar, because he's a competitor. Even though the Cavaliers are 2-4, more than likely soon to be 2-5 on the season, he gives 110% every single play he's out there on the court. And I've been fortunate enough to be able to coach him in track, and he's incredible to be able to not only coach, but a great kid to be around.
Yeah, just calling James Monroe sports, I've seen a lot of West and Dunbar as a kid. I've watched over the years. Always a great competitor.
So coming in at quarterback, looks like it's going to be Mason Ward.
Mason Ward stopped in the backfield, tackle for a loss by Parker. Big number 40. He's been a factor in this game, that's for sure.
Yeah, Ward was the temporary quarterback there for the Cavaliers. He usually plays a good bit of JV snaps. I don't know if he did this year. He did a bunch last year, but he's only a sophomore coming in this year. Not a super big guy, only 125 pounds coming in on the season, but they're going to get Dunbar back out here for let's see, 2nd down and 17.
So 2nd and 17 from the Mavericks 42-yard line. Dunbar in the shotgun. Empty backfield. He drops back to pass. He lets one go, and it is caught. Tipped and caught.
And that is
touchdown Mavericks. Cavaliers.
And that is Mason Ward right there, and Dunbar had to be helped a little bit right there. But the Cavaliers, as you can see here on the advanced hydraulics replay, Colton Dunbar feeling the pressure.
And a contested pass. He's hit as he lets go of the ball. It's tipped. Ward there with the cleanup. Merry Christmas. Touchdown.
There's going to be a flag
Cavaliers.
on the side of this for a roughing the passer, I believe.
That's That's absolutely huge right there. And Mason Ward, he's the that's his team leading 4th touchdown reception on the season. And the Cavaliers, and they're going to call a penalty for touchdown to the head.
Yeah, that's not going to affect the touchdown. It's going to be assessed on the kickoff. What it was, I think it was Tyson Meadows came through, and it kind of jumped at the end as he was letting go, and when he came down, it was contact to the upper area.
And that's one thing you'd love to see here.
Point after here, they're going to attempt to kick it here and see if they can match the Mavericks in getting it through the uprights here.
And that's one thing you'd love to see, too, here, if you're the Cavaliers, is being able to get your offense up and rolling.
Up and running, and it is good. So Cavaliers on the
It's a
board.
great spot. I mean,
42-7 with 4:17 left to go in the third quarter.
What you want to do is try to string a few of these together. Of course, late in this game, you're down 42-7, but you can't let what's happened in this game affect the rest of the game or the rest of your season.
Absolutely. You gotta have a short memory. You play like you're tied every play.
Absolutely. And that's a huge touchdown play there for the Cavaliers. Their first points scored in the last three games, so they're able to break that streak, and we'll see what they're able to do here with the last bit of the second half, and 4 minutes, 17 seconds to go here in the third quarter.
I thought I seen an interception coming there for real, and then it was tipped, and Ward in perfect position, kind of like Hines was on that tipped ball, so able to take advantage of that.
Sometimes it just takes a break like that, and like you said, you were getting into 10, 11 quarters straight without a point, and you need something to happen right there.
That should stop the continuous clock.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it should. It'll come back to a 35-point game.
Yep. So 15-yard assessed on the kickoff, so should be able to pin the Mavericks deep here, but you don't want a touchback. Ball to bounce about the 10-yard line, and hopefully your guys are sprinting to get down there.
You got Ben Comer and Bryce Gardner back to return.
Oh, squib kick, 25.
Touchback. Who's going to put you to 25?
Yeah, same as, isn't it?
Yeah, I was going to say, same result as if he'd have killed it. So
Mavericks, 1st and 10 from their own 25-yard line, will take over. After that kind of bobbled touchdown from Ward. And, hopefully that was the spark the Cavaliers needed to get back in this ball game. Get the defense hungry. Get them on the field. Get them off the field quick. And
the game's never over. Turnovers are always a thing, so we'll see what happens.
Man, pitch, hit immediately. And that was Comer.
And the timing on that play for the Mavericks was off. It's kind of a basketball toss.
I was thinking the same thing.
But he had gotten a little bit farther out, and that could be a function of him just not having been in play action for a while. So ended up having to turn and wait for that ball for a second. It's really not what you want. You want that timing to be right there so you catch it just about behind the tackle.
Yeah, so 2nd and 15. Mavericks at their own 20 now. Man drops back to pass, throws it, catches Comer in stride. He shakes a tackler, and it looks like he got a first down, forced out of bounds about the 36, 37-yard line. So Mavericks move the chains. Beautiful play.
That ball was thrown before Comer came out of his break. I initially thought that it was going to be incomplete, but Comer, like I said, has that speed, carried it through his out route, and was able to get over there and run under it. So.
Yeah, that's what I was getting ready to say. He just ran right under that ball, and there it was. So,
see that rocket again.
Pitch. Parker battles to the 40, gain of a couple.
Yeah, you see where Parker caught that ball in relation to the backfield, and that's really about where you want that play to hit, and then you want to generally get it out around the numbers.
Yeah, so it's almost a 3-yard gain. 2nd and 7. It's going to be a long 7. Man, shotgun, looks to pass, throws it, got a man, overthrew him.
As intended for White, man, the freshman little brother to Ryan, and just a little tall for it.
He's a tall kid, too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Camden Sams made a nice play there on the end, and he did the little samurai sword celebration, if you will.
It shows he's 5'11". On the field, he looks a little taller than that.
Yeah, I think that's probably a little short for White.
So 3rd and 7. Motion man. Keeper. Man turns, crosses midfield, and goes out of bounds about the 45, 44.
Jaden Miller, who's stepping
Miller.
to play quarterback now.
It was Miller.
As I mentioned,
They're close.
He's been the backup quarterback for past couple seasons, and it looks like he's into action now.
Miller. So they're giving man a rest. That 12 and 13 look a lot the same from way up here, doesn't it?
I was wondering the same thing earlier in the drive, but like you said, Roger, it's really hard to see these numbers, even though it's in white.
Especially when you get my age. Direct snap to Parker. Turns it up to the 40 of the Cavaliers. So it's going to bring up 2nd and 5 for the Mavericks.
And that will probably take us to the 4th quarter because they are doing a running clock still. I noticed after one of the incomplete passes that they were still doing the running clock. So, yep, that's going to bring us to the 4th quarter. Mavericks lead 42-7, and are in commanding lead. You're probably going to see some JV players. So
3 of them in the books out of 4, so we'll take a break with them.
Be right back.
Don't go anywhere.
Most people don't realize that your health starts with your mouth and your teeth. Raynell Medical Center is pleased to offer dental care in 2 locations. Dr. Heather Heister is serving patients in our Raynell Dental Center, located just behind the Health Center. Dr. Darren Wadsworth and Dr. Dustin Yoakum are serving patients in the Maxwellton Dental Center. Our dental staff does a wonderful job of making patients feel comfortable. If you've not had a dental checkup within 6 months, make your appointment today.
One Way Towing, the source for all of your towing needs. From cars to trucks, the dreaded crash, to just plain stuff. For a job done right, there's only one way.
And we are back. 3 quarters out of 4 in the books. If you're just joining us or just listening in, it's 42-7, and it's been all Mavericks except for 1 touchdown pass to Mason Ward. And he was just in the right spot.
Yes, he was. The ball was tipped up in the air by one of the Cavaliers and by one of the Mavericks. And Ward, as you mentioned, was right there in the back of the play. And fortunately for the Cavaliers, there was no safeties back for the Mavericks to be able to stop him. So
give some real credit to Ward just to have the concentration through that play off the tip to be able to complete it.
Yeah, absolutely. He wanted it. He stayed focused. Miller. One back in the backfield. Motion man. Hands off to Parker around left side, and he's got a first down and more. He has stepped out of bounds. It looks like about the...
And that's just more of the series you're seeing off the jet
line.
sweep. It just comes back with the counter to the halfback.
Yeah, 29-yard line.
Flowing.
Yeah, one thing you're mentioning as well about Ward, there's a reason why he plays so much time as he does as a sophomore. He gets a lot of time as a corner, a little bit of time as a safety as well, and also time at wide receiver, as you can tell. So he's a great young kid.
Miller, Parker in the backfield. High snap, he corrals it, looking to throw. And he runs out of bounds.
He actually gave up some yardage right there, and he'll learn that with experience. I think probably want to coach him, go ahead and get that ball out of bounds instead of take the run just a couple of yards there, but you're out of the pocket, just give it out, send it into the stand.
Exactly. Once you're out of the pocket anyway, as long as you throw that ball past the line of scrimmage, it's just an incomplete pass. So go ahead and trash that thing, move on to the next down.
But it's good that he's getting some reps. I think he's going to do well. He seems to be pretty composed back there for not being the starting QB. So he's definitely getting some quality practice. Nice pitch. Turns it up, and that is Gardner.
Short.
And he's just short of the first down.
Yeah, that was a really good tackle there by Vaxton Vaughn. And to be honest with you, I didn't think he was going to hold on to that ball. It looked like he was ripping at it from the right side of his arm, but a great job by Gardner to be able to hold on to the ball and almost a Mavericks first down.
So third and less than a yard. I'm going to say Parker will probably get a touch here. What do you think?
I'd say it's a pretty safe bet.
With the power he's got, this should be a no-brainer. No. Gardner.
I think everybody on the defense was looking at Parker, too.
Yeah, so little trickeration, we call it.
Yeah, nifty play. Actually, one I haven't seen the Mavericks pull out a lot this year. We've seen the cross toss quite a bit, but that one was a toss and then just a turn up on that side. Almost a shuffle pass.
Yeah. So Miller doing you couldn't ask for him to do any better coming off the bench.
No, you couldn't. He's managing the clock really well. He's taking care of the ball, not turning it over, doing a good job.
Confusion along the line. Now they got it adjusted. And probably an illegal motion.
Formation,
It's set long enough is what it's going to be. Yep. Yeah, an illegal shift. Once they've shifted, they need to be set for at least a second. And they're going to say they didn't shift quite enough time.
And the clock continues to run. We're under 9 minutes now in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, and that's one thing the Mavericks are doing right now. They're trying to continue to manage the clock, really eat up that time of possession because they've already won the game for the most part, so they're salting everything away and trying to get their guys more really stats in the stat book really is all there is to it. Maybe get some guys involved that normally don't get to play very much.
So Miller, delay a game. Play clock ran out.
Getting a little bit sloppy. They're going to want to clean that up, and that's some of what you're doing right here. Like I said, there's some guys who are normally in there, some guys who aren't. You don't know what situation you might run into later. It's good to get some of these guys together and work some of these out.
Yeah, absolutely. So 1st and 20. Miller.
All
deflected and caught by a lineman.
Yeah, that's caught by, I believe, was that 62 Jackson Thompson?
It was, wow. Yes.
So
he's got a tackle and a reception now on the day.
We've seen a little bit of everything here today, and the big man's happy.
Yes, we have. Here's the advanced hydraulics replay. It looked like that was, let's see, I believe that was John Akers on the tip, number 63 for the Cavaliers. That's great.
And he knew where to go with the ball. He turned it upfield, gained a little.
Had that pass been completed, it might have penalty could have come out. I think the Mavericks had a man downfield off the line.
Yeah, gained 2 yards on the play.
Pitch to Parker. Parker turns it up and gets back to, looks like the original line of scrimmage, close to it.
Yeah, Roger, you've already said this a bunch, but it really can't be stated enough how fast, especially in person, Mr. Parker really is. Because he's obviously he's a shorter guy, low center of gravity, but he moves. He moves really, really, really fast, and he gets from point A to point B faster than a Lamborghini.
Yeah, he's got a good acceleration. He's not quite a Tavon Austin, but for his size, he does very well with that ball, and I see why he's in the position he's in.
Yeah, he's a guy who's worked hard to get there. Of course, played behind a lot of good running backs, guys like Ridgeway and those guys who were there for a long time. But he's getting his time now.
Homer turns it up, He gets down to close to the 10-yard line. It's going to be short of the first down.
Yeah, the Cavaliers mainly right now trying to get their JV players some minutes here.
So 4th and 2. 5:30 left to go in the contest. Miller gets to play. Play clock winding down. They're in the I
I think I
formation.
see Evan Vipperman into this game as well now.
That
nowhere to go there, so turnover on downs. Mavericks short of the line to gain.
Yep. Emory Sanford did a great job holding that pass, but I don't know if you guys saw that. The ball was snapped into the ground, and he was able to pick it up and somehow make it a clean snap and get it to Parker. That was a really good exchange.
So 1st and 10 Cavaliers from their own 10-yard line. So they've got 90 yards of grass to mow here, Boomer. I don't know that with 4:58, unless there's some big plays, that's Dunbar, keeper, slammed in the backfield, loss of 5.
And that just opened up. Nobody got a hand at all on Brock Parker as he came straight through.
And Parker's one of them guys, if he gets a hold of you, he's not letting go.
I would venture to say that's going to be addressed in the locker room, a lot of these open gaps here by the offensive line after the game, because you can't have straight shots to the quarterback like that during a game. You're not going to win football games that way.
You know, the last time I watched James Monroe a lot was a long time ago. I don't know if you remember when Ben Thornton was playing and that group.
Going back into the days when I was hanging around that place.
Yeah. So my brother-in-law at the time was playing for James Monroe. And I loved to watch the guys play. We'd go down. We went to about every game that year, I think. We got some laundry on the field.
It's always cool to look back and reminisce and see all the teams that and all the people that are still around people that are around the football team and around the clubs and even around the schools. It really is cool to see. One of my favorite examples of that is Coach Harris, Coach Toby Harris. I got to not only run for him during track season, but it was so cool to listen to all his stories. And at the time, he was the oldest coach in West Virginia. And whenever you get to be under and be mentored by a man like that, it's incredible. He's one of the greatest guys I've ever been fortunate enough to know.
So 2nd and 15, just barely over 3 minutes left to go. It'll be under 3 minutes by the time they snap the ball.
It's going to be 3rd. They just changed the sign.
Oh, they did, didn't they? A little confusion on the sideline. Dunbar, empty backfield. And stepped out of bounds just before the 20.
Yeah, he's going to make it manageable. I think you'll see him go for it here. That's a play out of kind of like to have seen a little bit earlier in the sequence. Of course,
yep.
Like I said, get out there, get a quick completion to your guy, get yourself in a rhythm.
Yeah.
That's a bit. 4th and 2.
Yeah, that's a big thing, too. The Mavericks were leaving their corners. They're playing soft coverage there on the outside and just ran a little bit of an out route to Sam's, and that's been open a good bit this evening, especially with those trips plays over to the left side of the field.
Yeah, so we're down to the 2-minute warning. Oh, never mind, we're high school. We don't have a 2-minute warning.
It's probably a good thing that there's not a 2-minute warning the way this game's gone.
Parker motion in the backfield. Dunbar's going to keep it, and he's not going to get there, I don't think.
No, he's going to be
a yard shy, and 1:35 left to go.
Yeah, he's going to be wrestled down by Brandon Carter, who, heck, looked like Abdul Carter from the Giants right there. That was a man's tackle right there. Got him near his chest and just really took Dunbar down to the ground.
So are we 4th and 1? 4th and 1.5. I thought it was 4th down last time. Everybody else did too, even the down marker guy. So Dunbar, hands off. Fumble. Mavericks football at the 15.
Yeah, that'll be recovered by number 8, Moses Hopkins, who got the lone tackle we were mentioning about earlier. And see on your advanced hydraulics replay here, good exchange and everything went pretty good overall with the sequence, but Parker was not able to corral the ball. It looks like he never had the ball in his hand to begin with on the replay.
What do you think, Boomer? Victory formation? Or
I think
do they try to dot the I?
You probably will. If you're bringing these young guys onto the field, though, you might be just trying to get them some plays.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you'll probably see them run at least a couple of times.
Yeah. You'll probably see one run play, and then they'll call it.
Parker's not on the field. I see Andrew Hill out there at the tailback position. It's a very close alignment, though, for Miller, so it might actually be going into a knee. You usually don't see him up there.
Yeah, he's under center, so.
Yeah, it's going to be a knee.
And that will probably do it. 39 seconds on the play clock. There's 21 seconds on the ball game, so I would say that one is in the books. Final score is going to be James Monroe Mavericks 42, Greenbrier West Cavaliers 7, and it has been all Mavericks in this game.
It really was all Mavericks this evening, Roger and Boomer. Overall, the Mavericks were able to do everything that they wanted this evening, whether it was running, passing. Oh, my goodness. Caden Hines did everything he wanted to this evening. Parker had a great game as well. Had a great job at quarterback. It was overall just a great game, even tackling for the Mavericks.
Well, a really big positive was we saw really good sportsmanship here tonight. There was, nobody was fighting and shoving, and you like to see a spirited game, but you want to see sportsmanship over everything, and the Mavericks obviously have a great season. Mm-hmm. They go to 5-1. Is that right, Boomer?
5-1, I believe that is correct. And actually, it might be 5-1.
Yep.
Question going forward for the Mavericks is going to be the health of Caden Hines. I'm watching him right now coming through the handshake line. He's got a little bit of a limp, but
hopefully
see how he's able to do over the next few days of practice. Mavericks will have a home game coming up against Midland Trail. And Hines looks like he's going to be out there. Just a slight limp. I think he's going to be all right.
Maybe just a bruise or stinger, hopefully nothing major. We don't ever want to see any of these young athletes, no matter what team they're on, with an injury.
But what does West have coming up? They head to Montcalm?
Greenbrier West is home for the rest of their games this season. They played a pretty heavy road schedule to start out the season. So they got Montcalm at home, which is homecoming. So everybody needs you to be here next Friday night for homecoming. Show out for the kids and get hyped up. Week after that is going to be against Midland Trail, also at home, and then Gilmer County to finish out the season. So the one bright side to look at for the Cavaliers this evening, I know there wasn't a lot of them, but there's two of them. Number one, they were able to get on the board for the first time in a few weeks. That's a huge thing. The fact that they were able to get into the end zone and they were able to really see what it's like to score again. I know it seems like something that's not a big deal, but whenever you were able to score and whenever you were able to be able to get on the board, it really does change your mindset a little bit. So that's a positive. And then also Scott McClung did a great job punting the ball this evening as well. So.
Yeah, good punter. He is a good punter. Not a lot to say about this game other than Mavericks had a better game plan. I think a lot of it come down to Cavaliers O-line not being able to give the quarterback enough time to get into a rhythm and make a play to build that confidence. So I think that's probably where it started. But Mavericks this year, it's their year.
Yeah, I think, like I said, if you're the Cavaliers, you can't let this one affect you next week. It's really just mid-season. You got 3 games left, 16-team playoff field. Things are wide open. You can still make the playoffs. Come in here and perform over these next few games.
And that's one positive thing, too, about the Cavaliers playing this heavy schedule that they've played this year. As of before this game, now they probably won't be after this one, but before this game, they were the 16th ranked team in the state in single A. So they're still in that playoff hunt. Now, they're going to probably have to pull off an upset against a team like Trail and then be able to take care of Montcalm and Gilmer County. But if you could take care of the teams that you need to and be able to pull off that upset, you're going to punch yourself a seat into the playoffs, in my opinion.
Yeah, and right now it's just a matter of get in and let things kind of sort themselves out when you get there.
Exactly.
Yeah, I think the O-line's going to have to, like you said, and like I've said, they've got to give the quarterback a little bit more time to let a play develop. They don't. The play's not even developing, and he's got to get rid of the ball. He's got to make a decision to run the ball. But they've got to have a more balanced offense, run, pass, option. And they've got a good third dimension that with the quarterback that can run the ball and run the ball effectively. You've got a third dimension there. If you can get your passing game going, you'll be a 3-dimension football team, which will change everything.
Absolutely.
So, but looking forward to Montcalm. Hopefully they have a great week of practice. They had a good week of practice this week from what the guys were telling us in the podcast at the Moose Lodge. But unfortunately, come up short tonight. It's Mavericks year. Maybe Cavaliers year next year. There's been a lot of tit for tat with these two teams, and that's what builds rivalries, right?
Exactly. So, and that's one big thing, too. I'm looking here on the rosters. The Mavericks, they have a bunch of sophomore and freshmen, but that's pretty much what this Cavalier team is built off of. They've only got 7 seniors and 9 juniors on their whole football team. The rest of them are all sophomores and freshmen. So that's a huge positive to look forward to. And then for this year, for the Mavericks, they're dominating right now. So let's see how much they continue to capitalize. Are they a 5th seed in the playoffs? Is that?
I think that sounds right. Yep.
I think that's what they're ranked before preseason. That'll definitely go up after their dominating victory, as long as the top 4 teams, one of the top 4 teams, takes a loss. So we will see how everything goes, but I believe that is it for our post-game coverage here. Final score, Greenbrier West 7, James Monroe Mavericks 42. This is Matthew Thomas.
And Roger Bennett with the Greenbrier Valley Channel Sports Network. And I do want to say good luck to the Mavericks on the rest of their season. Hopefully they make the playoffs. And, even though they're not the Cavaliers and they're not Greenbrier East, they're a bordering county. So I think everybody roots for them when they go to the playoffs and possibly a state championship game. So good luck, Mavericks. Keep doing what you're doing. Cavaliers, good luck the rest of the season. And that's a wrap for tonight.
Yeah, great to be here with you guys, and
appreciate
we'll do this again. Yeah.
We'll do it again.
Yes, sir, brother. Let's go.
Have a good one.
R.T. Rogers Oil Company and Precision Delivery have many kind and knowledgeable long-term employees in our Hinton office who account for transactions and dispatch fuel and explain and educate about our many products, such as our wall heaters and also our fireplace logs, which are designed for residential space heating. And we also have Renai tankless water heaters available. We provide many different types of fuel storage tanks, along with an experienced and trained crew that will be installing them. We will then make safe and timely deliveries to these storage tanks. Our long-term employees make deliveries and also install HVAC units and install generators, while Precision Delivery transports fuel in 6 states. So, call us for a quote or delivery.
Raynell Medical Center is located in the heart of Raynell and has provided quality health care to our community for over 45 years. We offer medical, dental, pediatrics, pharmacy, behavioral health therapy, x-ray, mammography, diabetes education, and on-site lab services. We accept most insurance plans and offer a sliding fee scale for qualifying patients. Make us your family's medical home and let us care for you. Raynell Medical Center. Excellent health care right at home.
Hey everybody, my name is Brett Cruikshanks. I'm the owner here at Park Center Sporting Goods. I just want to personally invite you to come down and check us out. We are a full-line sporting goods dealer, hunting and fishing. We carry firearms, archery, boots, clothing, and just about any accessory you can imagine to make your outdoor adventure successful. So come down and check us out, and go Cavaliers!
Most people don't realize that your health starts with your mouth and your teeth. Raynell Medical Center is pleased to offer dental care in 2 locations. Dr. Heather Heister is serving patients in our Raynell Dental Center, located just behind the Health Center. Dr. Darren Wadsworth and Dr. Dustin Yoakum are serving patients in the Maxwellton Dental Center. Our dental staff does a wonderful job of making patients feel comfortable. If you've not had a dental checkup within 6 months, make your appointment today.
One-Way Towing, the source for all your towing needs. From cars to trucks, the dreaded crash, to just plain stuff. For a job done right, there's only one way.
Raynell Medical Center is proud to offer the Alderson Medical Center for quality primary care. Our medical provider, Shanae Miller, PA, will assist you in all aspects of health management, including disease prevention, chronic care management, and wellness visits for patients of all ages. We are accepting new patients in our Alderson Medical Center, and we are open 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. Monday through Thursday. Call for your appointment today. Excellent health care right at home.
West Virginia, it's finally happened. Stevens Automotive Group is now in Greenbrier County. Come visit myself, Eric Workman, and our great team here at 8762 Seneca Trail South in Roncford.
We have over 400 pre-owned vehicles to choose from, and the best thing is, if we don't have it, we'll find it. Our connection with 25 plus lending institutions can secure the financing for everyone and every situation on your next vehicle purchase. Let us make your next purchase and then a handshake.
Score big this fall with GoMart. Every Saturday through the end of October, GoMart Rewards members earn triple points on all purchases. And while you rack up on rewards points, be sure to scan the QR code in-store for more ways to win. Each scan is a chance to score the ultimate tailgating package with a $200 GoMart gift card, tailgating supplies, and more. GoMart is your hookup for the football season. Visit the GoMart app or GoMart.com to learn more. GoMart is the official convenience store of WVU Athletics.
What do I love about Markle? How much time do you have?
What we do here is more than just a job. We make a lasting impact every day. The architecture, engineering, and field services professionals at Thrasher are providing the know-how to make projects successful. Whether you're just starting out or looking to advance, you'll find career paths that align with your goals and a company that's committed to your growth. At Thrasher, it's more than just another day on the job. It's the foundation for a better tomorrow.
Everything begins with water. From our cool mountain springs to the winding streams working their way through the hills and into our rivers. Just like water, progress starts small, with a vision, a plan, and an impactful project. Because when we invest in the foundation, we build stronger communities. The Thrasher Group. Building stronger communities together with you.